about you, I keep them on deck, on deck, on deck, on deck, on deck. So I don't give a fuck about you, I keep them on deck, on deck, on deck. So I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. That's what I do. 50 heads, tea party, bus with the crew. She love the fresh coat from the head to the shoe. So I don't give a fuck about you. Instead of keep them on deck, party on the scene. This nigga blind to a broken man's dream. But me, I'm a machine. And I don't need you, cause it's money in my chains. I said I seen her, caught her, receiver. Checking up your queen, sir, but I ain't gonna eat her. Just a pussy lip beater. And if birds need bread, now I ain't gonna feed them. Cause I keep them on deck, party on the scene. Don't know I got them, you don't know about me. But what you gon' see? I got hits, got piss, got bitches, I keep them on deck. On deck, on deck, on deck, on deck. So I don't give a fuck about you, I keep them on deck. On deck, on deck, on deck. So I don't give a fuck about you. And don't be mad cause I'm hot now. And I'm 808s beat down your blood now. We can burn all day, how does that sound? But I don't give a fuck about you. That's what I'm writing. Banging headboards while you sleeping at night. Take it from a man, he ain't treating her right. I like that cushion, take a flight. Gone. Need a pussy I can play with. Or a thick Sara Lee cupcake with. I stay lit. Once you stay wet, then I sail off, Captain. I'm never gonna save it. It's in my team. Niggas that you're seeing. Rich nigga blind to a broken man's dream. Me, I'm on machine. In the space in her head, turn your bitch to a king. On deck, on deck, on deck, on deck, on deck. So I don't give a fuck about you, I keep them on deck. On deck, on deck, on deck, on deck. So I don't give a fuck about you. Paper, paper, so gotta go, I'll see you later. Later. Still nothing but a cheap thing, baby, baby. These bitches sweet, drive them crazy. So I don't give a fuck about you, I keep them on deck, on deck, on deck. I keep them on deck. Settle down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's a rough rider. Oh, stop, drop, settle down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's a rough rider. Oh, niggas wanna try, niggas wanna lie, niggas wanna ride, niggas wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is pain. How can I maintain the passion on my brain? I was on the ground, my niggas moving south. That's like you don't know what I'm stopping. Your niggas are wild, my niggas is with it. I want it, come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Fuck the rap, you get it. What the fuck you gon' do? We put it on road, fuck going to long. You know what we going to? All I have to show niggas how easily we go. We find out it's a motive. That's what it with you. If we can't handle it, break it up with this mangle. Light it up like a cake. Just cause I can't stand it. Put my shit on tapes. Like you wasn't tapes. Think you home too late. Haven't been the AIDS. Stop. Drop. Shut them down. Open up shop. Oh. Go. That's a real ride. Stop. Drop. Shut them down.
How's your weekend, brother?
Shitty.
Yeah? Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me mute this before you start talking.
Other than that, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want you to incriminate yourself or anything.
I've been trying my butt all weekend.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Gotta wait for it to dry and hopefully there's a smell to it. Dude, like,
there's no smell when you were trimming?
When I was trimming, there was.
Yeah.
But now it's just sitting still. There's really no scent to it. I'm a little weirded out by that. I think I may have done it a little too early. I think what happened, what I thought So I think they got stunted. Their growth got stunted because they weren't bulking. You know what I mean? Well, they got to be like this big around, and then I flushed them, and they got big. But I think if I had flushed them earlier, like before I went into my,
Well, I mean, are you sure you have enough light for all of them?
that's the other problem.
Like, cause when you have little tiny buds like that, or like they stop getting bigger at some point.
Yeah.
They
Well, I
may
have a
just
150 that I was
plateaued.
gonna put in there, but I don't. I didn't ever do it. I just never did it.
Like, people keep on coming out with like these different like types, like, you know, growing it like LEDs and stuff like that. But like, to me, like, that shit doesn't seem bright enough. Like, the goal is to mimic the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And LEDs, no matter what color combination you fucking put together, I don't know that it's brighter or stronger than, you know, a high pressure sodium.
It's not any different, really. The only difference is you're losing the blue. And
And
so,
isn't the blue like super important?
not really. The blue and the green spectrums are useless. Almost. There's been speculation on metal halides whether or not the blue will be picked up. Because a lot of people will run like half a room of metal halide, half a room of HPS.
Well, I know people do like veg on metal halide and then flour on HPS.
And the only reason why I've heard that the main reason I've heard people do that is because metal halides tend to run colder. They tend to run at a less temperature than HPS. My problem is I can't run HPS right now.
Too much electricity.
Too much heat. I don't have any way of pulling that shit. So I'm not about to spend a couple $100 on shit like that.
The Arc, bro. The Arc thrift store. They got so much good shit. Dude, especially if you catch something 50% off. You probably won't find any ACs on a 50% off sale all summer long.
Right. That makes sense.
I set this mic up. Well, the computer's in the way, so I guess fuck you.
I saw it turn.
Yeah, because
I was actually gonna move a little bit over here anyway.
there's gonna be 2 more people in here.
Who are they?
Jazz, she's been working here for a while. I started on NBC Sports Radio,
Mm-hmm.
and she was already here. And then she was doing Tailgate 98.5. She did a morning show with this dude Lucky, but that didn't end up working out. He moved back to DC, and she's just been busting out sales pretty much and doing weekends at Tailgate.
All right.
So, but she's cool. The guy that she's bringing with her, or that she invited, I don't know him, but according to his Facebook, I mean, he seems all right. Seems pretty cool.
Word.
I'll check him out. I check them out. They got the weed, then they got what I need, and I smoke with them. Got the green past me, bubble cushion. I be pushing my name around town, yeah. Just listen. Some sound.
Apparently there was a riot in New Jersey.
Oh, really?
The Kendrick Lamar concert last night. They used tear gas. Apparently, Bob and Tom in the morning.
Maybe there's something on TMZ about it. Did you see that video on Facebook about this pool party in McKinley, Texas?
No.
Neighbors called the cops because there was too many black people.
Too many black people gathering?
Yeah.
Oh, they're having a
But
get together?
the cops showed up and like it got pretty rowdy. I mean, people were running from the cops and stuff. Like, the video only shows the bad parts, of course. You don't see the whole entire thing. But I mean, you see people running and stuff, and it's like, well, the cops got to do his job and, you know, secure the scene,
right?
You know. But at the same time, like, there was this one chick that he threw down and just had her pinned, like for no reason. No reason.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Why
And
would
like
you do
I was sitting there thinking, like I was getting mad while I was watching it, and I was like, if that was my daughter, like
That's pissed.
oh, I'd be more than pissed. I might die. I might catch a bullet if I might die by a cop.
Right? Suicide by cop, too.
Not
That's
even
what they would call
suicide. That's what they would call it. Yeah, but that's not what at all what it would be. It would be defense of my daughters. He had that girl pinned down by her neck.
You ever seen the movie To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yeah. But he had his knee on the back of her neck and his other knee in the middle of her back and just like brutalizing her. Like, she's just a little girl, dude. Like
At a pool party?
yeah.
At a party?
She might have been like 18 or 19 years old, you know, but at the same time, she's just a dude who was much larger than her.
Huh. And that's why he went for the girl, because he's much larger.
Right? I mean, like, some people may not call it excessive force, but it looked like excessive force to me just because, you know, compared to him, she was tiny. And she was already subdued. You know, she was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. He's like,
Listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to yell shut up at me when someone has to tell us, you know?
right?
People. Stomach aches.
What do you mean I never took the
She loves me, she loves me not. That's the biggest mystery. Sometimes she shows affection, other times I think she's sick of me. Trying to keep it and keep it. Wish it was that simple, cause I know she's feeling me. Just don't want to make it, but she at least not yet. Don't want to rush through this process. So listen, I waited so long, she needs to introduce a delicate game. I'm still learning the ropes. Got novels worth the dedication through these verses I wrote. Continue to
It's amazing.
some wax
But I know I'm doing it
from
right.
from the Weed Pimp Nation. It's pretty good stuff.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I can't taste anything. Because my nose is all stuffy right now.
Yeah, maybe that's why you're not smelling your weed.
Because I'm like, this morning I grabbed a big handful. I'm like, nothing. So I'm like, fuck. Well, it feels good. Is Jazz the girl that's no, it was
No, it's top notch. It's curly.
Carly Bear. The big Spanish girl.
What?
408.
What does that mean, IT guy?
408 is a bad time. Request timed out. Says it right there.
Oh,
505 is weird.
505 is Albuquerque. I don't like that.
I must be what a 404 feeling like. Good God. Who killed on the voice? This dude?
Oh, he killed himself.
He killed himself.
Yeah. Anthony Riley, an insanely talented singer who competed on The Voice in 2015, was found dead Friday, and his friends say it appears Riley took his own life. Riley, a Philadelphia street performer, was a smash hit from the moment he first appeared on The Voice, with all four judges slamming down their buttons within seconds of his performance of James Brown's I Feel Good. Let's see. He later left the show in January to deal with the substance abuse issues. A close friend of Riley told Philly.com his body was discovered in the basement of the apartment where. Hey. Good. No.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah,
Kevin, or Canterbury, whatever you want to call me.
can of beer.
What's going on?
This is Big Easy.
What's up,
Easy
bub?
Go Cushman.
Good area. Wait for my computer to wake the hell up. There it goes.
I'll go back in the corner.
Get that foot out of the way.
You don't need that, man. You can't do that for my stuff.
Yeah, I think that
That bottom will
the
work.
yellow one, if you unplug that,
Oh, yeah, it's gonna
shut
kill.
down the whole.
It kills everything.
I've done that. Just once though.
Only once?
Only once.
You only need to do it once, right?
Yeah, right?
You just don't touch it again.
What topics are we discussing this morning?
Let's see. I didn't really look at any news topics.
I'm just still waiting for this shit to start up.
I texted him a bunch of stuff over the weekend.
Did you?
Okay.
I did.
That's right, you did.
I lost my phone, otherwise I'd pull it
Oh,
up. I'm on the backup right now.
So did you guys see the CBS article?
I avoided it actually on purpose. I hate anything done by CBS, NBC, or
Oh, did they do
NBC,
another one?
MSNBC,
any of that shit.
I found it yesterday, I think.
Was it
'Cause
good at all? Because they did a whole thing about.
Basically trying to trash out.
Yeah,
They did?
Yeah, saying that there was
The
no
whole,
corruption.
like, it was just the whole main, the whole headline that messed me up.
Are you talking about this one right here?
This is just like hot top. Something like that. Yeah. Carmelita was in the photo. Yeah.
Because there's an FM station that just went up in Denver,
93.9.
smoking 93.9 or whatever.
Listen, that same station down here is being connected with community radio. They're trying, community radio is trying to get that KCMR, I believe. They're 93.9 FM.
Mm-hmm.
What are they trying to
But
do?
listen,
Yeah,
they're
right.
trying to acquire that signal. But they also do, it's local community, so they stream shows.
Syndicate.
Mm.
Exactly. When I asked, I said, is there a topic exclusion or anything? They're like, no, because their current format is like NPRC or NPR radio.
Yeah, unfortunately their NPR is.
Oh, yeah,
There's a lot of shit on there that I love, but
like that.
it's just there's so many shit that I don't love.
Do you have any mic plugs?
Is this the one that started up? I didn't think it was bad.
That's right. All pop talk, all the time. Vacation, legalized weed there. Lunch
There
today.
you are.
The station features several different programs. Takes calls, caller, are you there? And versus all things cannabis.
So that's something that you can get from like a Keith box.
And what might
think
you
that's what
inspired
it
somewhere
is.
else? Well, make you a better talk show host, Hugh. Are you high now? Did you smoke? Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Throughout the day, these professional
But-
names.
We
Yeah.
can talk about
Do you have a plug? And my cord is short.
For or against the legalization. of-
I know,
Yeah,
because
none of
usually I
us
have to.
it.
I have it.
Oh, you know what? Lynn's got extras.
Yeah.
I didn't grab one.
I gotta slide this forward because my credit got one down.
Okay.
So we'll do this.
So get off.
And we like to talk about weed, so we're gonna talk about
Thank you.
Surprised with someone trying to dedicate a station.
Oh yeah, I still have it over here. So in Denver,
Oh,
94.1. Cape Bud.
K-pop?
Cape Bud.
K-pop.
That's on the canvas. So the guy, Mark Paskin, DJ.
We're getting our
Dressed.
headphones plugged in. Hold on one second.
He's dressed as Gary Ganja.
Dress?
Right, he has the don and outfit and all this BS. Good morning, Donar.
One
I
second,
need-
one second. You need some too?
Yeah.
Two.
Gotta work on that for a long time.
We probably in the last 30 days has done.
I used to run a podcast, so I have a lot of recording equipment. So.
Do you mix and master commercials or anything?
No, I haven't done one, but I've done my own mix downs and stuff. I can show you some of the stuff I've done.
Oh, that's That's not that old. That's like 30,000.
That's Bubba Cushman. What up, Sonar?
Mr. Sonar is MIA, it seems like.
Oh. Like, nobody's there?
I can't hear him. I didn't hear him. Maybe
Why is this thing on? That thing was on mute for some reason.
What, the
Our
channel?
Yeah, our microphone.
You need some ginkgo biloba. That'll help you remember. You see what I'm saying?
He always
See how
forgets
that
to turn my
works?
mic on, too.
You just have to remember to take it.
Ginkgo biloba.
Ginkgo biloba.
It's also fun to say.
It is, because
Right.
that's what helps reverse the memory loss when you smoke.
Where can I find this?
At the dollar store.
GNC, Dollar Store.
Dollar store.
That's how we do it,
Yes. Yeah.
That's how
Dollar
we
Tree.
That's where you get your nutrients from. You didn't know? The Dollar Store.
Apparently, the dollar store has everything.
Everything.
No, for real.
They even got bacon.
For $1.
They got fucking bacon at the dollar. They got steak
Yep.
at the dollar store.
Is it medicated? Is the question.
Well,
Not you can medicate it.
Well, anything you get that's
Spices.
not from like Whole Foods is going to be medicated meat.
Wow.
So
I mean, sometimes I might be just a little too hot. I don't want to medicate it myself, so I just need it like prepackaged. You know what I mean?
there you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
about the dollar
lazy.
store.
Right.
Be worried about the quality of that. Like, how long has that been on the truck?
I did it fall off the truck.
Well, you know,
Hmm.
Could have fell off the back, and they're like, "Oh, steak for a week."
There we go.
some people would just say thank you, dollar store.
Some people would.
Some people would be like, God damn, I really wish I could have a steak right now, but all I have is $1. And they walk into the dollar store and there they have a steak.
Sweet.
Their whole outlook on life just turned around.
Exactly.
You can cuss on you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And, see,
Today,
and that's how you know you got the lady here just nice as a daisy flower. Don't want to cuss, but we like little thorns on the rose bush.
oh yeah.
She's like, oh, we can cuss in here?
What did we
Sweet.
get you into, Jazzy?
Oh, no, I just got stuck in.
But
I'm
I
actually
will have
underneath all that.
I will have to let you know that ratchetry has to be to a minimum.
Always.
What?
Always.
Wait,
Always.
whoa, what? Whoa, what?
Ratchetry.
Ratchetry? What is
Yeah,
that?
ratchetry.
Like
is just-
ratchetness? Did you mean
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
Being like super all rat. Like, uh-huh.
Yeah, but you might want to do that, though.
We're gonna keep this a no. We're gonna keep this a no ratchet zone.
No ratchet zone.
No ratchet.
No
zone.
ratchet
That's the term that
zone.
we're gonna use.
There we go.
So what is ratchet? Define that. Let's define that.
Ooh,
He's got the Urban Dictionary.
there we go.
Somewhere. Hold on, let me see.
So
There we go.
before you tell us the Urban Dictionary definition, here's my definition of ratchet. Ratchet is not the color of your skin.
Okay.
Ratchet is not where you come from.
Okay.
Ratchet is not always what you do. It's just who you are.
The definition is almost as funny as the word.
What you just said, that was Bubba Cushman's laboratory.
Yeah, that was well, that wasn't my definition. But ratchetry is just, give us the definition.
All right, ratchet, a diva, mostly from urban cities and ghettos, that has reason to believe she is every man's eye candy. Unfortunately, she is wrong. Typical signs to be aware of include, but not limited to, owning a BlackBerry, Blair's, anything by Drake, 2 Chainz, Nicki Minaj, Gucci Mane, Waka Flocka Flame, Waka Flocka.
Oh, man. That's funny.
So
Oh,
if I wanted to like take a picture, go, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. Is that right?
That's ratcheting.
Oh, okay.
Do not ratchet. We are in a ratchet-free zone. God, that definition was as good as no.
If you have stories about sleeping in your car in parking lots in front of buildings where you work,
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to talk. No, I haven't done that yet.
If you walk into church the same day or after wearing the club clothes the next day, that's ratcheting. I mean, if you didn't have enough time to shower and go home, that's not
right.
good.
So that's like a third.
She's a
of
diva.
a
She's gonna do
congregation.
whatever she needs to do to get hers. That's what I heard.
So that's like the third of a congregation at church, there, right?
But that's the girls out in the back.
That's like a third of them, right? Yeah. Right. Okay. Wearing the Forever 21 clothes and all.
I mean,
that.
I'm not trying to say that I'm prejudiced or calling out a certain stereotype, but it's hard to not be stereotypical when you're talking about the ratchetry that you.
Ratchetry, that's a funny word, man. It's like guacamole in front of. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I think.
The ratchetry.
The rat. No, he just said the
The
rat.
rat. Oh, we're gonna short it to the rat. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She's a rat. That's a whole new meaning to the word rat.
Is that so? Is that how you call them out?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, she didn't.
Look, hey, say, bro. Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
The scary thing is if someone or a female said, yeah, someone call me.
Uh-huh.
Someone call me.
Mm.
Excuse me?
Right. She hears that, she's just like, huh?
Right.
Someone call me.
Yeah, we gonna 9 times out of 10 got to go down there to Nevada to do all that.
Oh.
Think about it.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I only been here for a year.
Man.
I know, you got to run
Hard
back.
Depends on what side of Nevada, because they try to clean up that north side.
South side all day. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
You know what's funny? Like I drive around town with my wife, and like we're looking to buy a house right now, and she tells me like her friends at work, because she works way up north off of Briargate,
Right.
and like her friends at work are like, oh, don't get a house off of South Academy in Hancock.
Yeah.
It's ghetto down there, and I'm like, what? Hold on one second, because hold on, Heffa.
Man.
Slow your roll,
Let
Bessie.
me just tell you one time where I come from originally. I mean, this some people might say proper sounding voice or the sound of education. Some people have called me whitewashed. I come from South Central LA. That's where I was born and raised. Okay. That's ghetto.
Yeah, I was gonna say, OG Bobby, that's a
Well, I mean, I lived in Houston, Texas for 14 years. And I
Right.
lived everywhere from
There's
the
not-
north side all the way to the south side.
And tell me, is there
And I
somewhere
did
in
the third ward and fifth ward.
is there somewhere in Colorado Springs that you would not live?
No, not in Colorado Springs. Like maybe off of Fountain and Circle on the
I was about to
opposite
say.
side on that side because it
True.
just looks bad.
Caitlin is bad, man. Speaking to the Kings.
It just looks bad.
I wouldn't live in any building that says Grescio Housing on the side of
Okay, see,
it.
What's that?
Grescio Housing is a low-income housing authority. They control all the low-income housing.
The projects?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
That's
where
pretty. But we don't here in Colorado. We don't call them the projects. We call them low-income housing because apparently that's more PC.
like Pinky's, Whitney Young, all that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
hmm
basically where that third of the congregation that goes from the club to the church, that's where they reside.
yeah.
Right
You
on.
see what I'm saying? So,
But even still, when you compare it to other places around the country, it doesn't
I'm
even
still
come
not
close.
worried.
So I'm from Atlantic
Wow.
City, New Jersey, and I lived. The way I used to tell people to get to my house was you have to go halfway down the block, make a left down the alleyway, go 5 houses down, and then up the stairs, and that's my house. So
Oh, yeah.
I lived in the ghetto just as much as Brotherhood and everybody else. So
but it's
Yeah.
pretty much safe to say though that every hood and ghetto has an alley, so you already know.
True.
You
Yeah.
you say that.
I was in the middle of it.
Right, right.
But I'm just saying, like, there's not a part of town that I would be afraid to move my family to.
Not here in Colorado Springs.
Not in Colorado Springs.
No, here's the thing, somehow or another, Colorado Springs got rated as like one of the, where I live, Pikes Peak Park, one of the deadliest neighborhoods in the state.
I must be. There's not a lot of crime in the state then, because
Exactly. Exactly.
Colorado is rated one of the top places to live in the country.
Exactly.
So
One of the most violent stories I've ever heard coming out of Colorado Springs, and this is just me, and I've only been here for a year, and I haven't been following Colorado Springs news for my whole life or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that bomb that went off at the NAACP building?
Hillside area.
That was the most devastating part, really.
well,
That was the
Here in Colorado
harshest thing
Springs,
I've heard.
bodies being found.
yeah, there was a murder
Yeah,
about
like
2
that.
weeks ago.
Like we will do a body.
My TV's been shut off, so if it,
Well, I'll tell you, like, I actually don't pay attention to local news because it's disturbing.
Yeah.
And
I don't watch
so,
it either.
yeah, so I started watching it one day just because it was on, and I was like, oh, it's on KRDO. And there was like a murder. It's funny because my girlfriend, not my ex-girlfriend, she used to live in those buildings not but a year ago. So, I mean, there is crime here. The Colorado Springs has doubled or almost tripled in size since 2003 when I got
well,
here.
there's always going to be crime everywhere.
Well, yeah,
There's
now-
nowhere there's
zero crime.
Absolutely, and now that Colorado Springs is getting bigger, you're gonna have bigger crimes, unfortunately.
True. I mean, when it comes down to it, you have like murder and death and stuff like that. It's not that it's murder and death. It's just the people around here, that you're looking at. Well, I can't believe he got killed. He can't, she got shot. And, it's just
It
it's
can happen
crazy.
to anybody anywhere.
I know, but they ain't got no name on it.
Right.
Well, here's the other big thing is Colorado has this really cool, and I'm shaking my head no, but concealed permit that you can get.
Oh,
So
yeah.
anybody on the streets here could be carrying a weapon. So you really just don't fuck around.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't.
I mean, I was in Quickway just yesterday over there off of Hancock in South Academy, and dude came in there with his pistol to the side.
And that's perfectly legal. And he probably didn't even have a concealed permit. He probably
My
had just an
brother-
open carry.
Yeah, my brother only has an open carry, and he carries his gun everywhere.
Absolutely.
He prefers an open carry. He
Because
doesn't want to.
now
He
you
wants
know.
everybody to see the fact that he's got this big ass fucking 45
Right.
hanging off of his hip. Don't approach me unless you want to die.
Right.
You,
And then there's also the Make My Day law.
if you're in the hood, don't approach me with that fuck shit
Right.
unless you want to die.
Looks like you want to end your day today. Short.
But he's not. He doesn't brand his shit because he wants to be cool. It's there for protection so that people.
You
know
can
that
tell
he's-
those people.
He's exercising his right,
Absolutely.
and he's not afraid to use it.
But is that not? Is that necessary though?
Some people like
Yeah.
that, I guess. I
I
don't know.
would say so.
I don't feel that I need to carry a permit because people look at me and go, "That man's crazy. Look at his face."
It's the beard.
Exactly.
I
For
can't
my
wear a
brother,
beard.
it's not a matter of necessary or unnecessary. It's a matter of I'm exercising my rights.
Okay.
If you look at his Facebook page, he'll post up videos, NRA stuff
Yeah.
like that, and just because it's interesting to him that we have the right to do things like this, and it's interesting to him to see people that don't know their rights when it comes to carrying their firearms and where they're at carrying their firearms and stuff like that. So
Well, it's not even just that. It's just interesting to see how many people don't know their rights when it comes to law enforcement in general.
yes,
So, whenever you get pulled over, you have the right to remain silent. You also have the right to ask them why you got pulled over.
oh yeah.
Exactly.
I was just talking to Dust from the High Drive at 5 with the Weed Pimps. Make sure you check them out 5 to 7 every day, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Since we're on letstalkpot.com, so it's worldwide right now.
Mhm.
A lot of our listeners are in Denver or Seattle, New York, California, Texas, Saskatchewan.
Wow.
Canada.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Only time I hear about that.
His name
was
is Jesse. We say hi to him on
Shout
that.
out to Jesse. We're gonna go over there overseas, man. See, now I'm about to go give me some Saskatchewan beef or something after this. You know what I mean?
Well, not technically overseas, just over the border, just way up north.
Okay.
But we might have overseas listeners.
We do.
We do,
France,
absolutely.
France tunes in. I'm
Big shout out.
Well, I mean, since we actually are a little Amsterdam, shouldn't Amsterdam be listening right now too, though?
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised.
Colorado legend too, Amsterdam. Come on.
I've heard people say that Colorado is like the mini Amsterdam. So
It is. Like in Denver, it's crazy out there. Like,
people come here more than Denver.
yeah, I mean, I've
It's
been
so funny.
But you know what?
We have those vape lounges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Denver, all their vape lounges got shut down. They don't even have like an underground
Right,
speakeasy community anymore.
Well, I mean, I guess they're building one, but besides that, and that getting shut down, it's the housing that's driving everybody down to the Springs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Denver is huge. I mean, it's a big city. It's the biggest city in the West.
It's not a big city. It's a small city with a lot of people.
I mean, all I know
Well,
is
if you think about it, geographically, Denver is like on the map is very, very small with a lot of suburbs that people consider Denver.
Yes.
And so that's why people consider it a big city. The little bitty speck on the map is not that big, and there's a huge population of people in that speck. So Denver being the major population, not having any of those vape lounges or anything like that, it's
mind-boggling, really.
it really is.
It would only help the community. It would only help the economy of Denver too.
Right.
You can't deny it. I mean, if you got bars, then you should have
Some kind of
as long as you treat it like alcohol, as long as you associate it you know, with alcohol and keep it for the 21 and older,
Right.
you know, and keep on shelling out DUIs for smoking and driving. You know, as long as you continue to consider it to be equal to alcohol, then it needs to be equal to alcohol. Give us dab bars or
Right.
smoking lounges, just like we have, you know, bars where I can take a shot of vodka, get fucked up,
Right.
and still have the option of getting behind the wheel of a car.
I mean, you know how
It's
many
still up to me.
You know how many musicians are looking for that out there in Denver?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Sebo came out, man. They wanted to like sit down and smoke somewhere. You see,
Mhm.
Right.
Sebo and Killer Tay.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Like, where's the weed bar at? Y'all don't have none. They're like,
come
we
to
gotta
Colorado
come-
Springs.
Yeah, I thought we gotta come all the way back home. Like,
Yep.
I mean,
So maybe they just needs to start fucking with Colorado Springs and playing the
Hey,
shows out here.
I'm trying.
Maybe.
I'm trying.
Maybe.
I'm campaigning like I'm about to be in office. You see what I'm saying? Trying to pull it out here, man. Like,
After parties, that's what you need.
here we
You
go.
just need a party bus and after parties. That's all you need.
And a big old house. So we can do it like X-rated and put all kind of
He went
craziness in
X-rated
there.
real quick.
Yeah, real
If
quick.
if you get X-rated, I can't go. I got a wife and kids. I'm not allowed. We got to. We can do R-rated. We can do R-rated.
Maybe NC-17.
I just want to see something blow up.
I can help you with that. I mean, I can't help you with that.
Well, I ain't tripping. I'll be like Eminem and Dr. Dre. You know
Maybe
what
I
I'm
should
saying?
pass
Yeah.
that, but you finish that past that because
There we go.
It's not
Lincoln
important.
Bay. KHI.com. Let's talkpod.com. Give us a call, 719-591-5874 or 591-KUSH.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a break.
We're about to do that.
I didn't even hear that. Oh,
Neither
there
did
it
I.
is. Well, we'll be right back. We'll see you soon. K-High, keep it locked.
All right, so Final Cannabis drives me crazy or Prince Pop Life.
Oh, Prince Pop Life. He just had a birthday, 57.
What she just said. I don't know what the heck that means.
No, we gotta think on 80s choice. We got two 80s songs. Pick one. So
Prince.
If I
Pop
had
Life.
to choose, I wouldn't choose Prince, but she's so first. So.
now, well, hell, too many pencils.
I just don't like his voice. Never liked his voice.
Oh, man.
I just don't like his voice at all.
What are we even talking about?
I have no idea.
Randomness. That's not good.
Let's stop some music since he brought it up.
We can always talk about what happened in Jersey. You hear about that?
Did you blame in a basketball game and he dunked on you?
Yeah.
I know, right? Which was the game. Blouses.
Blouses.
I remember that.
Hey,
Dave Chappelle.
Hey, apparently your man has skill in high school.
Did he?
Said he had skill. He just had a major fucking attitude. I'm like, well,
I bet he did. He was the
That's
shortest
Prince.
one on the damn team.
pretty as all hell too.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The personification of stoner.
Yep. But the Kendrick Lamar concert, there's people trying to get in. They were throwing bottles at the police because they didn't have. They were sold out. So they're throwing bottles at the police. Police use tear gas on them. Jersey's also
Yeah, but at
right
the
now.
same time, like, why are you trying to get into a Kendrick Lamar concert for free? You're doing a bunch of shit that you're not supposed to be doing. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, yeah, cops are fucking up, but at the same time, the public's fucking up too. You're not helping.
Right.
You're
The
not.
cops are just people.
Huh?
They're gonna fuck up.
Back in 60.
You can roll up in here, but you can't smoke it in here. We can only vaporize.
Just want to do something cool.
Something on film.
Something on
Listen, I'm just trying to make sure everybody follows the rules. Okay? Come on, no problem.
Oh, we're gonna have to follow.
I'm one of them people, right?
When we go on air, when we go on AM,
When we go on AM, yes, we have to follow FCC rules.
no more
Yep.
swearing.
No more swearing.
Except for on our breaks, and we can say whatever the fuck we want on YouTube.
Have you guys?
So we're gonna have to give a
when they,
list of words we can't say.
Oh yeah.
Right now to
It would
donate
just
your
literally
car.
be.
We're
And
coming
as
to
a special thank you for calling,
minute.
you'll receive a free 3-day
Yeah.
vacation voucher to many
After the
exciting
next
vacations.
break,
Call Heritage for the Blind right now. Call 1-800-203-7771.
we're gonna do weather.
Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free.
Yeah, and
Plus, you'll get a
what we're
free
gonna do is
vacation voucher.
we'll do
Call
weather
now,
for a bunch of different places, but
1-800-203-7718.
I'll do a spot. We'll just
That's
just around the
1-800-203-7718.
Set it and forget it. Then remember around 2 a.m. Then think about unsetting it. Then decide to go back to sleep instead. K-High, the Weed Talk Station.
Mark's live. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun.
I haven't heard that song in a minute.
Welcome back to the show. It's the Wake and Bake Show right here on K-High. Let'sTalkPot.com. That's the Weed Talk Station here. Before we took a break, I don't even know what we were talking about.
We were talking about a lot of things.
Well, we're going to talk about the side effects that I talked about on the CBS special that you guys wanted to talk about. Did you guys follow that? It wasn't that hard to follow. We got a caller on the line. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
This is Chris from Bay City, Michigan.
Hey, what's going on, Chris?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. What's on
I
your mind, buddy?
talked to Miranda Wright, I don't know, last week sometime.
Okay.
And we were talking about how I got a really good friend out here who has really bad seizures.
Oh.
And we're trying to get him CBD oils so that he can even try any to see if it will help him with his seizures. But we've been shut down here in Bay City. They passed a law that said that we were a public nuisance.
What?
Yeah.
Really? Bay City, Michigan, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna plug you into Google real quick because I've never heard of the place.
So give us a little background story. So what's going on? You have a friend who has really bad seizures. You've been trying to get him CBD oils, and so the law enforcement in the area shut you down because they considered you as a public nuisance. Why do they consider you as a public nuisance?
That's a good question. They just all of a sudden one day decided that the city council got together and they voted, and that's what the law is.
So this wasn't even extended down to the people. This wasn't a ballot issue or anything?
Nope, not even on the ballot. We passed a law to make it medical here in Michigan.
Okay.
And everywhere else in the state is okay.
That sounds familiar.
One little area, they've been cracking on us hardcore.
That sounds a lot like Colorado Springs here. So here in Colorado Springs, we have medical, but we do not have recreational. So they stopped you from doing medical in general. So you can't even get medical in Bay City, Michigan right now.
Not unless you're growing it.
Not unless you're growing it. Okay.
Okay, but wait a minute. Wait. What's the point in that?
Right.
Yeah. So the law changed, and now the only way you can get your medicine is by growing it.
Yep. Or if you have a caregiver that grows medicine for you.
Okay. So you don't have any storefronts or anything like that you guys can go to at all?
No storefronts. The nearest place is Flint.
So,
and if you get crossing Genesee County, you're probably going to get in trouble.
Like ticket, jail time?
Oh, yeah. Jail time, fines, drug tests, excuse me, the whole 9 yards, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, say how
Speak
you
your
feel
mind.
right now. Yeah.
Speak your mind.
We're on the internet right now.
Yeah, we feel you on this one though. So what initiative are you guys trying to take to get this back? And so tell us a little bit about what you guys are looking to do and trying to get this back into circulation.
Well, we just want, safe access centers, places we can go to talk about, what can help, what can't help, different ailments and whatever, a place where you can go and safely medicate and not have to worry about the stigma of society looking down on you because you're trying to better your health.
Right. And the fact that they're calling it a public nuisance when you're in search of something that doesn't even have a psychoactive effect.
Right.
When you're looking for the CBD oil, it doesn't even have a psychoactive effect. And furthermore, it's not like we're asking, in these places right away, to legalize it for recreational use. We're trying to help people right now.
Right.
The fun can come later. There was even a point in time in our history where alcohol and cocaine was used for medicine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
everywhere.
Yeah, and now it's used for fun.
Right.
Yep. Now it's a party thing.
Right. There's no legitimate medical value to to alcohol or cocaine or heroin or any of those drugs that they used to use.
Big Pharma moved in and took over the scene and said,
"Yep,
you know, no more marijuana because we know that's going to help you."
I definitely can't agree with you more.
So here's a little bit about Bay City, Michigan. The city of Bay City, Michigan is located near Saginaw Bay at the juncture of two major freeways, the US 10 and I-75. City population 34,932 as of the 2010 census, and is a major recreation and entertainment center approximately 120 miles north of Detroit.
So do these people not understand that there's a major economic reason to do just even medical?
Well, I just want to know, like, are you guys protesting or doing anything like that? Or I'm just trying to figure out the nuisance part.
We have a Michigan Legalize It committee that is going around the state right now to try and get recreational set up and also work in the dispensary bill. And
so are these guys
Mount Pleasant this weekend, I believe. Okay. So there are people out there, trying to do what they can to. We just need more push.
Have you reached out to the the Michigan chapter of NORML? Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
We work with NORML and everything.
Great. So we just want to recognize that this is happening in Bay City, Michigan, and
it's absolutely wrong.
Absolutely, 100%. I can't agree with that.
They're basically
or disagree.
They're basically, in other terms, calling you guys criminals and delinquents,
drug dealers,
right? For doing nothing.
That's such
nothing that
word.
hurts no one.
That's such a word. I can't stand that. Like, for something that's been here for centuries and now it's a drug, like. Come on now.
Well,
marijuana and hemp have been here way before we were even thought of.
It was legal in the country for years before, right after World War II, they made it illegal again. But it was legal for a while. It was illegal not to grow in this country. Like, so how have we gone so far?
You were forced by the government to grow. You had to grow a certain amount of hemp.
Yep.
Right.
And look, everything. It seemed like our world was better too. There was less pollution. There was more products from hemp products. You've got shoes, shirts, hats.
Well, they've even just said recently there's a study out there that says that hemp clothing can help people with skin disorders just by wearing hemp clothing.
It doesn't break out the skin as much, and it's not as costly to produce those things like it is with cotton.
You know what? Now that you say that it's not as costly, I have a question, and I'll save it for later.
Okay.
Chris, I want to thank you for calling in and giving us that information because I don't know the news from everywhere. If you didn't call in, I'd have never known that something like that happened in Bay City, Michigan. I wouldn't have known that there's a push in Bay City, Michigan to get these politicians and lawmakers and law enforcers to just, take a chill pill for a second,
Right.
Well,
right. This can benefit everybody, whether you're a smoker, a medicator, a recreational person, or just a business person.
Right.
There's money to be made. There's better things to make, everybody's life a little easier.
Right. Well, thanks for calling, Chris, and thanks for tuning in.
I'll be out there on the 19th. Me and my boy got a couple tickets. We need to get like 3 more tickets from you guys.
Okay.
Because the only way we could make it out there is to get a group together so we could drive. So we'll be out there on the 19th for the expo.
Oh, cool.
Thanks to Miranda
awesome.
Wrights and all the crew there.
Before I let you go, send me an email to you got a pen handy or something?
Yep. One second.
So that's
I'm gonna see if I can't score some tickets here to the Cannabis Expo. I'm not gonna be around. I gotta hit Atlanta.
I may or may not be there. I just haven't figured out the details yet.
So
I'm gonna see what I can do.
I might be on the road, so.
Well, I guess I'll be there.
I mean, I'm definitely. I'm gonna be in the Springs. Whether or not I'm gonna be there is a whole different story.
Right,
so,
right.
You
but
ready,
if I am there, I will definitely look out for you, Chris.
Are you ready, Chris?
I'll be there, man. I'll be there.
Are you ready for the email address?
Yes, sir.
All right, it's khigh1580
Uh-huh.
@gmail.com. just shoot me an email with your contact information, how many tickets you're looking for, any kind of organizations that you're, going to be promoting that you think you might be able to get some sponsorship from, and I'll see what I can make happen here in the next few days for you.
Hey, that would be awesome.
It'll be my pleasure. Thanks again for tuning in.
I can't wait to meet you guys.
Hell yeah, man.
It'll be good to meet you, man.
So that'll be actually a lot of fun, and I'm kind of bittersweet that I'm missing it. A friend of mine, dear friend of mine, is getting married in Atlanta, and he invited me to be a part of the wedding. So, of course, I can't be like,
well,
I got this weed
Cannabis
thing
Expo.
I got this thing to do with this weed, and he's gonna be like, well, dude, fucking, you smoke weed every day. You're around weed all day.
I'm hopefully only getting married once.
Yeah, so like this is really a big deal.
And you know what? It kind of is a big deal. Like if you know this guy, you would say, this guy getting married? What the fuck? Like somebody's gonna marry this guy?
Oh, he can't be that bad, man.
He's not that bad. I mean, because I would just have to say his lady is definitely a ride or die chick.
Oh,
I would
that's
have
awesome.
to say ride or die for sure. So shout out to Dre. But it's gonna be a fun time, and whatever. There's gonna be more.
Right.
There's gonna be more, and I have the Rock the Canyon 3 that I'm gonna be hosting.
Right.
So I'll be around for that. There's the Bongathon, which I'm on Team Weed Pimp, so I'm excited for that. So I got plenty of things to do in the community this summer. Yeah, you've never heard of the Weed Pimp?
What's that?
Well,
I mean, I've heard of pimp, but
well, the Weed Pimps, what we are, we're a community, a family of 420 friendly people that share our network and our resources within the community to make sure everybody's all right. Whether it be you need some weed or you need a babysitter.
Hey, that sounds like that's right up my alley right there. Like that family.
The Weed Pimp family is a vast network. Can't make any guarantees, but we will try our damnedest to help you out. We do things like on Sundays, we feed the homeless. We go and we make breakfast and we take it to the park and stuff. And then we also hold events all over town at the various different smoking lounges, 420 Speakeasy, Pothole, Mr. Nice Guy, 420, I'm sorry, the Speakeasy Vape Lounge.
the original.
Yeah, if I'm missing any of them, I'm sorry, but yeah. Dust.
Mighty Culture.
Mighty Culture, what is that?
History.
Oh, Club History Vape
Yeah,
Club?
yes.
I don't know. But I'm going to have to talk to them because I voice all their commercials.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah.
This is already.
Yeah, I'm basically like their spokesperson right now. At least for Tailgate 98.5.
okay.
But I lost my train of thought.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I did that when we had a guest in and they were just feeding us lots and lots of THC products.
When did we have a guest in?
Like 2 weeks ago, the Hash Castle.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, you must still be feeling it, trying to recuperate from that.
Well, Logan's
Ginkgo biloba. This show is sponsored by.
What is this?
Just remember to take it.
Is this a real phone line?
Well,
What is going on there?
I don't know. It was blinking.
I hear something in the headphones, but I don't know what's going on. So, I'm just looking through the internet right now.
We just fell off. That's what just happened.
We did.
That's scary.
But let's go ahead and pick it back up. We're all right.
I mean, we're about to go into a break, so.
We are.
Right.
So that's good.
Colorado, no.
What's happening, man? What's happening?
We got to find out more about you because you said you're going to be on the road like June 19th-ish.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be at the Cannabis Expo
I
either.
wish. But I mean, just touring around. Shout out to California. They show a lot of love to Colorado. Especially Cali Bear Gang. Shout out to my boys out there. We about to do this album release party for them. After that, man, we bring it back to Colorado for my own album release. So
There you go.
And when are you leaving town?
I gotta go out there to Iowa, Corn State.
Hey.
I gotta go out there and sprinkle a little bit of love on them about the 12th. Come back. I might just end up doing something at one of the lounges. After that, go right back out there, and then I hit the road. Major tough in July. So
Gotcha.
work.
Yeah, because the 11th, 12th, and the 13th, possibly the 14th, I'm not sure. I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm trying to make one of those days just, hey, fellas, let's ride down to LA for a day.
I mean, hey, we can all get up, see what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, if that ends up being the case, we'll definitely have to link up there.
Definitely.
So you're a musician?
Yeah, I've been doing this thing with Don't Sleep, since 2004. Cashmere, shout out to them, and Yes Sir, and Young Deuce, and everybody else that I've been doing music with for a long time. Been doing it for about 10 years, man. Straight up, and doing this, for the small people. You know what I mean? You got those people out there that want to dance. I just want to roll up some, play some good music, people dancing, chill. That's the kind of music I make all day. So,
and that's the type of music that a lot of people like to listen to. Not everybody wants to jump around and get all ratchet in the club.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we all over 30 now. I want to little John aerobics and all that.
Listen,
you know what I mean? I'm cool on that, man.
I said to myself this morning on the way in, I am too old for half of that stuff now. Like, I just can't be jumping around in mosh pits anymore.
It's fun to watch though. It's fun to go and watch.
I can't even listen to today's best music.
I listen to Rancid and I'm like, damn, I'm old.
Right.
I have to listen to the classic rock radio station.
I do too.
Because I can't stand
I can relate more.
Well, I think the best thing I heard was if they have to rap like this, you shouldn't be listening to it.
15.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
K-High, Wake and Bake, Bubba Cushman, and everybody else. We'll be right back.
But I like Wiz Khalifa.
He's like the only Wiz Khalifa, dude. I said he's the only one. What old folks and youngers is gonna be the ones like listening to. Like him back in my day.
But Wiz Khalifa's dope because he does that, then he'll do some of this, and he'll do some of that, and then he'll lean back, and he'll try to sing to you.
Right.
We laughed at y'all Rule when they first did that.
Kanye are having another baby, so they're not going to name it something.
Yeah, but Ja Rule's like, come on, let me put it on you.
Okay, but look, it's the same thing, right? Okay, what did Nate Dogg do differently?
Huh?
Nate Dogg, what did he do differently?
He actually
stopped doing everything.
But at the same time, though, if you saw Nate Dogg perform live, motherfucker was off key.
Oh.
He was off key.
So he's a studio artist.
He's a studio artist for sure, but a genius behind his pen.
Right.
And he never tried to hit any astronomical notes. Like he never hit no Usher notes or anything like that.
But he just wanted to keep it out the studio.
Oh man.
So
Is she next door?
she's in and out.
Oh, okay.
She's inconsistent. The weather. So we do Colorado Springs, Denver, Seattle, New York, LA. We do Saskatchewan.
Okay.
And then let's do Bay City, Michigan.
Bay City.
Yeah, because they called in.
So how are you pulling them from National Weather?
No, I
Are you
usually
just-
got it
just
from my
Google?
cell phone.
Cell phone or Google. Okay. We didn't give him the code for Wi-Fi. I'm so rude.
It's next
Is
door.
it next door?
Yeah.
I might have to stand up. Fucking cut in my stomach, dude.
Still got you?
Yeah, bro. I think it's actually, I don't know. I think it's actually why I'm getting sick.
Better go to the doctor, dude.
Yeah, I
You
gotta drive
know-
all the way out to Denver to do that. You want to hear that
Why?
story? We'll talk about the story on there. Because I'm a veteran, and they won't fucking see me in Colorado
You
Springs.
sure right. No, you're absolutely right.
Okay,
I have
let's talk
a
about it.
guy that I have to take
We'll talk
care
about it
of.
on there. I'll tell you all about that.
Oh my
I'm pissed
God.
about that.
Right, you're a veteran.
Yeah,
you
you
guys
gotta
don't
go
get squeamish, do you?
Huh?
You guys don't get squeamish at things, do you?
So
So
she got wrapped up in that bleezy.
Warm weather is
I fell
here to
onto.
stay. Time to
Sorry,
start
sorry.
Twin and settle down.
Chocolate.
I
Radio
fell onto
format.
a hard
We're talking
It's actually-
motorcycles. From
so it's
tips,
cut loose
trips,
and I can't-
blogs,
yeah,
events,
yeah,
and
yeah.
rides of the week. We've got the info riders need. We are
I
your
miss
dominant
it.
source for everything
I can't miss it.
motorcycle.
I
Join me,
can't.
Dallas Hageman, as we saddle up and ride every weekend.
You're gonna have somebody take care of that.
Exactly.
And when we're grooving.
You should put your headphones on, yeah. And you're gonna do the same thing. If you're looking at the YouTube feed right now, you'll see what's going on in the studio. Exactly. You know what generation this is when we get down in the studio to this right here.
Okay.
Because if my wife was in here, she was born in 1991.
Oh God.
You barely made it.
Barely.
Barely. She's just squeaked in.
Oh,
What did you talk about that?
Like ginkgo.
Robin the Cradle?
Huh?
You Robin the
No,
Cradle?
no, no.
You
I'm-
know
I'm-
young something from Alabama? What you doing?
I met her 5 years ago,
Woo!
just in time.
Just in time.
In the nick.
Just in the nick of time. Just before her 19th birthday is when we met.
Mm-hmm.
She chose me. That's all I gotta say.
Here's my question.
All right, Cuddy.
Now, being that she a PYT, did you put on the whole Michael Jackson outfit and beat it? You know what I mean? Like,
Or did you put your Dolomite suit on and be like, hey, you know?
To be honest, the face that you're looking at right now is not the face that she fell in love with. No. Yeah, no, I used to be kind of clean cut. Shout out to DJ out in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Owns a little barbershop called Fades and All.
Okay.
And he does this thing called a razor edge lineup,
Yeah.
where he takes a straight razor after he cuts you up to the specified length, and he does your front lineup with the straight razor just so it's
Neat.
sharp.
Mhm.
And it stays sharp for a little bit longer than just with the clippers. So I don't know if it was the style that he came up with or if he learned it in barber school, but he's really the only one out there that's doing it, or he's the one that started it out there in New Mexico. But no, he faded me up pretty nice back in 2010-ish, 11-ish. I don't know. I forget. I'm not good at math. But yeah, no, and she saw me at work, and I was like oblivious. She'll tell you the story. But anyways, moral of the story is the Humpty Dance. If she were in here and saw all that going down, she would just be standing there holding up the wall like, what are these guys doing?
Right.
These guys are freaks. She's like, I've never heard this song before.
I don't even know what this means.
I don't even know what this means.
it don't make it no better like we dance and everything too now, you know what I
We
mean?
know all the words, dude.
Right?
Not only is she a 90s baby, but she grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so she's
I didn't know
already
anything at all.
close-minded. Yeah. So I don't even think she knows what a thiz dance is.
Oh, man.
Right?
She knows how to Dougie at least? That was a 90s thing, wasn't it?
She knows how to Dougie. She knows how to pop, lock, and drop it.
Okay, whew, I'm about to say.
He said, whoop.
Do that Tootsie Roll.
Man.
That song was like, it came on and she was like, I was at work and my manager put this on and I was like, oh my God, I've never heard this song before.
Oh, God.
No kidding.
That's
She's like, what's a Tootsie Roll?
it's a piece of candy.
It's a piece of sweet chocolate candy.
Come over here a little closer, I'll show you.
Exactly. She said, what's a Tootsie Roll? Yep.
Now who's being ratchet?
Right.
Ratchet tree.
Ratchet tree.
Hey,
I'm just saying, I mean.
it's in all of us, but it's up to every one of us to suppress it.
Oh, well, you already
It's
know
like
how I do it.
It sounds
You
like
know,
You gotta
cannibal.
medicate sometimes.
Where's that? Where's
you
that?
got to, you know, if you do it right now, you know, you're gonna be like Shanae and all that. Man.
I haven't heard that name ever. Oh my
You
god.
know what? You know
my
what?
goodness.
That's the definition of
That is
ratchet.
the definition.
If,
100%.
yeah, if you don't understand the word ratchet in the context that we use it, just Google
Shanae.
from Martin.
Okay, so basically,
My aim. Before we took a break, we were talking to Colorado No about what Colorado No does, pretty much just to fill some time because we needed to go to break. Sorry, I didn't mean to
that's
put you
all
on the
good,
spot.
man. That's good.
But we found out that he's going to be taking a trip, and you know, he's going to end up in a few places. So, of course, being a morning show, we should do our weather.
I like weather.
Yeah,
it makes me happy.
It would be nice if we looked it up.
I mean, I got all of it right here.
I don't know about y'all. That was one hell of a break we took, right?
Yeah, no, and I was stalling the whole time. So it's going to be kind of reversed. We did some random stonerness right when we came back from the break, and then we teased what we talked about before we took a break. After that, and then we're getting into the weather, which should have came first, but that's probably going to take us into the break because
it's taking us forever. It usually does.
So here we go. Colorado Springs high today is going to be about 78. Currently, it's 55 degrees. 10% chance of showers later on today. I will work on the other places in a minute.
So Seattle, you've got right now it's 61. Monday through Friday, you're going to have lots of sun. Until about Friday, you're going to get partly cloudy. Highs are going to be in the 80s. Lows are going to be about 50s or so. New York, you've got currently cloudy with the 68. About 2 p.m. should be 75 with 20% chance of rain, partly cloudy. Tuesday through Saturday, you're looking at thunderstorms on Tuesday, 50% chance. Thunderstorms on Saturday, 60% chance. The rest of your week's going to be kind of cloudy. Anybody else got anything else?
the phone's messed up, bro.
No, your phone's all sorts of jack. All right, I'll keep going. So we got Denver, which is going to be, let's see, now you're looking at 61 and sunny. You're going to have sun through Tuesday, clouds coming in on Wednesday, thunderstorms on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday you're looking at partly cloudy.
Did you already do New York?
I did.
Okay. Let's see. Los Angeles. Let me just predict Los Angeles before I pull it up. It's probably going to be a high. Probably currently 66 with a high of 82, and all the way sunny or partly cloudy. Let me click on the Los Angeles and I'll tell you exactly what it is. Los Angeles, California. Looks like currently 63 degrees in LA, so I was close, with a high of 85 and partly cloudy conditions. And looks like that's always going to burn off as the day goes on.
I got Bay City.
You got Bay City?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Bay City currently is 72 with a high today of 78. Golly, it's hot there already.
Right.
Okay, 70% of thunderstorms likely. So.
Are those PM thunderstorms?
Yes, they are after 2 o'clock.
Man.
I know. And it's giving me that place is close to Detroit, Pontiac, Michigan.
Pontiac.
Yeah, it's like an hour. It's like an hour and a half north, according to the little
so it's
website.
kind of like a little. He said it was like a resort town. So
yeah, the picture of it looked like that. Like there was a little boat coming out of there. And
can we do local?
It was cute. We already did. We did.
I just want to make
sure. We're gonna go far and wide now. Saskatchewan, Canada. Currently 58 degrees right now with a high today of 87.
Ooh.
Yeah, gonna be a hot one. And definitely have you got 52% chance of rain and thunderstorms this afternoon for Saskatoon.
And then I usually do Boston. Big shout out to my little brother out there. He's going to college. So,
you know what I noticed? That it was just raining like crazy yesterday. We're the only ones now. When we did this call out, they got 10% chance of showers.
Mm-hmm.
And that 10% chance is going to hit us too. Or 10%
Well, they
is
missed
going
the
to
zero
turn
at the end. It's 100% showers.
Yeah. it's always it. But I mean, it cools everything down so nice.
Well, yeah. And I mean, I've been here since for a while, and it's kind of annoying because like I'll be out at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and showers, and I'm like, why? I just need to get in.
You know what? I'll be walking outside just to get into my car, and when I sit in my car, I start scratching my face right here, and then right here on my other side because I get bit by freaking mosquitoes in goddamn Fountain, Colorado. I hate the fuck out of Fountain.
You gotta get. Well, you do first off.
There's a lot of standing water in Fountain.
There is, and it's weirdly built.
How so?
Well, because like it's like one way in, one way out kind of place.
Yeah, there's one major road.
And then that railroad kind of cuts right through there.
And that railroad is so active.
It's
That's
very
another
active.
reason why I gotta get the fuck out of here.
And
Okay.
it's just weird. It just looks like one of those places when, you know, like you're on a bus and you stop at this, like we're stopping in Oompa Loop or whatever. And that's what Fountain reminds me of.
Yeah.
You know.
Fountain's a blip on the map next to Springs.
It's that town south. It's just 2 exits long because one exit is for, well, both exits are for the base.
Yeah.
But at any rate, yeah. To
That
me,
city is
it's
pretty
a little
much
bit,
just Fort Carson.
Yeah.
It's got ratchet.
It is kind of ratchet. The whole city itself.
There we go. Back
Just
to
kidding.
the ratchet tree.
The ratchet.
I would have to confirm and say that Fountain is definitely kind of ratchet.
Yeah, I dated a girl from Fountain, and
sorry.
she was a ratchet for sure.
Yeah.
She so
going on
no,
down.
for real. So tell me, she was 23, so that was my first mistake.
What?
She was 23.
Oh, okay.
I'm 30. That was problem number 1. Problem number 2 was man, she's just all sorts of. I won't even get into that. But what I do want to get into is how the VA is screwing me right now. That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I do too. I want to talk about that.
Well, we're actually going to take a break here in a minute.
So we'll do that after.
Yeah, we'll save it
Because
for the
weather
next
took up the
hour.
whole time.
Yeah, weather did take up the whole time. And there's some things that
Because that's what we do.
And there's some things that I wanted to talk about next hour. Like there's a couple of experiments that I want to do. Like we talked about some stuff over the week. Well, we didn't talk. We texted about some stuff. Is texted a word?
No.
It should be.
It's not.
Is text the same? Like, do you use that same word in every context?
Like mouse?
I sent you a text.
And I texted you yesterday.
I sent you a text yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna look it up.
Well, we sent each other text messages yesterday.
Yeah.
Or not, or over the weekend about, you know, things that, well, I was talking about things that were just happening to me. I figured, you know what, while shit's happening, I should send it to him because I will forget, or I'll lose my phone, or I'll break my phone.
No way.
Lost my iPhone.
Well, you know, you should put it on the page.
Huh?
You should put it on the KI page.
What?
The stuff you want to talk about. Ooh, ginkgo biloba.
For real.
We're going to take a break. 15. Wake and Bake Show. We'll be right back. That used to be me too, but now I got hair in it, and it kind of gets absorbed.
That's why I wear it. It absorbs those.
I sweat so much. I go to sleep because I want to.
Oh, did you watch how to breathe?
I never breathe.
Because you can't sleep right.
See, why do I got a mosquito bite right here? These motherfuckers are going for that sweet spot.
Straight for the jugular.
Jugular.
You know,
I had 3 on the back of my neck, 1 on each one of my ears, 1 on my
you
cheek.
need to pick up one of the Avon books and order some Bug-Art. Because that
You
stuff
still
works.
get that?
Hell yes.
I thought they
From
changed the
Avon?
formula for a little while, and it didn't work for a while. It smells good too.
It smells good and it works. Either that or just get like that old school oil, that Skin So Soft oil.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, crap. Is there a I need to plug my laptop in.
Yeah. Plug it right here.
Okay.
I got enough for the rest of the show.
You sure?
Yeah. If not, I'll just unplug it. I have a feeling that my boss is not going to do it. I work for a small IT company. I'm a systems administrator. There's only 5 of us in the entire company. So that's why I get so much leeway on doing stuff that I do. But like,
Still comment.
You gotta leave or what?
no, she said that for you. I'm just not wrapping it up.
Wrap it up,
Wrap it
B.
up. Especially with the ratchets.
I mean, can a man be ratchet?
Huh?
Can a
Oh
man-
yeah.
Okay, so like
Oh,
a guy
yeah.
tried to talk to me in the club, talking about he got 6 kids. What you gonna do for me?
Ratchet ass.
If you're using kids as a pickup line, I'm
Like,
already
hey, what's
done
going
with
on? Good, how are you? Yeah, I'll buy you a drink. Thank you.
it. Right.
You know, I got 6 kids.
Nope.
Man, you can't even afford this drink. Here, let me get it.
Right. I got
He
you.
pulls
You're
out his
good.
wallet. If he pulls out his wallet, and the first card that you see is the EBT card.
Okay, that's what, look, I have to ask this question. What was up with the dispensaries taking EBT cards? What was that?
Well, they weren't accepting EBT cards. You can use the EBT card at their ATMs to get cash if you have like the TANF
Some
or
of
the
them was
cash
trying
assistance.
to do that cash though.
I had
did that
TANF.
before. I was uncertain about that. I was like, I don't know.
But you have to be able to track. Did
Well,
you track
yeah,
that?
if there's nothing wrong with it until somebody says that there's something wrong with it.
Right.
So, you know.
Okay, so
I mean, I don't know. If I was in that situation, would I use it that way?
if you
Then again, that's
but here's the thing. Okay,
right.
so
And if it is breaking the law, then I probably would do.
okay, so they.
Because I don't break laws.
Is this a big penalty?
So like you're
Yeah,
allowed.
it's a mechanic.
Okay, so they want to test for candidates that get benefits. They want to drug test them.
Yeah, that's still going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
But my thing is, what if you work and you get benefits? Then what?
Well, it depends on.
Like if you have no job and my thing is like if you.
My job doesn't need drug test.
Right. There we go. So why are you drug testing me for benefits? And I work. If I didn't work, then I might understand. But if I work and I still get benefits, why are y'all drug testing me?
Would you think that it's right for them to say only certain certain drugs?
If you're looking for cake
I
decorating
think
tips,
it's right to say certain status because our economy
you've
is so
got the
bad.
wrong
Our
baking station
poverty line is
cake.
at $34,000 roughly to get certain benefits. Some things you have to be below that, like $12,000, $13,000. Either way, if you're working and you make some kind of income.
Yeah, and sometimes if you're even making minimum wage, you don't qualify for some benefits that
you should get.
need.
Right.
We can talk about.
Well, welcome back to the show. Back to our next hour. We're gonna reel it in here. We're going to bring it on.
Actually, get Ginkgo biloba.
Ginkgo biloba. K-High. Let'sTalkPot.com. Your weed talk station, the Wake and Bake Show with Bubba Cushman, the Cannabeard.
What up?
Yes, and we're hanging out with Jazzy and Colorado No.
Hey.
And you can hit us up, 719-591-KUSH.
We love it when you call.
We do, 719-591-5874 for you illiterates.
Just gonna dog our listenership, just like that.
No,
I'm
I'm
just
just.
a flip phone and it doesn't have the number or the letters under the number.
If you have a flip phone, it should have the letters under the numbers. If you have an iPhone, for the
If you
longest
have
time,
a
it
flip
didn't
phone,
have.
it should be rubbed off those.
It should be, because if you're T9,
But at the same time, the numbers would be rubbed off too. So you got to know your number pad either way.
Okay, so then what if you had a rotary dial?
time to upgrade. You shouldn't be calling this. You should be worrying about upgrading.
From your touch
I'm
tone
just trying to
phone.
make sure we get everybody included. I'm just saying,
But I mean,
what if you got to use the TTY
what's TTY?
It's
for
for
the hearing impaired?
the hearing impaired.
Yeah, if you're deaf.
Then you're not listening to radio.
Yeah, you are.
TTY radio.
That's right.
Is there such a thing? I don't know.
There is. Like, there's certain sites that will do the.
Isn't
you
it
know,
just a bunch of
captions.
pulses and beeps and blips and stuff that
No,
they can
no, no.
understand?
Someone actually does the captions. They're actually just like TV. They do the captions, but it's internet.
Okay, so they can watch this, what we're saying. Oh, okay.
And some of them read lips.
But they can't see my lips
Like,
because
there's a
my
giant
black
microphone.
face is mixing in with this black microphone, and the black facial hair just makes it look like a big black microphone.
Right, it's like it's the big
but
beard
but your big
moving around.
pink lips are still there, so they can see them.
Lipstick on 'em.
It could go bad either way. It's your show. It's your show. It could go bad either way. I'm just gonna sit here.
It's
I
all
love
good.
pink
It's going good. I don't know what you're talking about. All bad.
No,
It's
I
all
said
good.
it could go bad.
Oh,
That what we were talking about could have went one of two ways.
That's right. Ginkgo.
Biloba.
so we're also live on YouTube, youtube.com. You can search K-High. That's K-H-I-G-H, again, for you illiterates.
Killing me with the.
If-
Is K-High going to sponsor a reading program so that way they can get
I'd
on
be down.
board? That'd be cool.
Hey, we call it Reading Rainbow.
No.
That's I think that'd be illegal. I mean, you have to get LeVar.
We could call
Yeah.
it Weeding Rainbow.
There we go.
Weeding Rainbow.
There we go. Weeding Rainbow.
What the hell is that? Okay.
Just take a look. It's in a book.
Got a little off topic again.
Weeding Rainbow.
I can try some. I mean, if you listen to the lyrics of that
You think
song,
about
it's
how
like,
much you mentioned and everything. Yeah, she was hot that day.
Yeah.
I just want to know what she was smoking on that day when she was writing that.
I've been smoking the can't find my keys weed.
Right.
She's smoking the make your
Jim-
song
that-
up
was
weed.
it Jim Hansen? That's what that is.
Jimmy, he's insane.
Yeah, he was insane. Muppets. Furry talking animals.
Gonzo. First off, his name was Gonzo. Second off, he was an alien that fucked chickens.
Yeah, I know.
So that dude,
Yeah, for real. Like, when you stop and think, he had all
that's
the-
Gonzo from
And
the
they
Muppets.
sang.
Where did
Chicken
you
sang.
find? How did you find out that he fucks chickens?
Because you could see him fucking chickens on the show.
He's pimping the chickens.
He
for real.
is.
He's
That's
pimping
real.
the like every show that they look at my chickens and the chickens be up there. You know, and they're flying and shit. This dude's got a hook for a nose. You know, what drugs were you doing?
If we think about this, wasn't Gonzo's cousin a rat? Or his best homeboy?
His best homeboy was
Yeah, for real.
And that's that ratchet tree.
And there was a rat that was a chef.
There was.
You're bringing you food, soup and shit. Like,
There's no weed in that. Just trying to expand your lungs there.
Got them baby loves for right now,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like that fog thing at the club.
man. It kind of tastes like Captain Crunch and berries, though, man. Non-flavored, though, man.
Yeah, it's called Mystery. I got it
That show
from.
was a mystery to me, because
Crunch and berries.
Yeah, I got it from my homies over there at Master Vapors.
shout out.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
see
just gonna
you.
say the name. I'm not gonna say the address or anything because I spent way too much money in there. They didn't give me anything for free. Well, they gave me free juice.
They gave you free. It was
Free juice because I spent a lot of money.
I mean,
This is new-ish.
This is newish. This is new to me. It's used
Right on.
because I didn't want to spend a couple $100
Just 100.
on a new setup. I walked out of there spending almost 100, and I had only planned on buying some juice for my ladies' e-cig. But I like to blow big old fat clouds when I drive.
Then I agree.
I mean,
It's your thing.
You can mix in.
I like to get reactions out of people. I don't know. Is it a complex? Is that a complex that people have?
yeah.
Because I like to do it in front of cops.
Okay, I mean, I like to live on the outside too. Like when I
I don't like to talk to cops, but I like to make cops react.
Right.
Because I want them to question what I'm doing.
So you can go off?
No, just so I can show them how intelligent I am.
I
like to live above the stereotype.
There you go.
There we go. I mean, I did it out there in Washington. You know what I mean? So I did it. Cop didn't say nothing.
Because they come over and they got this sour look on their face, and then I just
smell
open
that,
my
sir.
and I just open my mouth. I just open my mouth and I talk to them, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's probably a lawyer or something. Let me just go on about my business."
I'm just gonna walk away now.
Hey, now, I don't know if it's me or not, but you ever notice when you smoking bud, the cops start looking like Walter, the little pet dummy from Jeff Durham specials and all that. Like, look at their face, and, oh man.
Here's what I enjoy the most, because I say that Kush is my cologne.
Okay.
I feel like I should have coined the phrase because I've been saying it for shit since 2003.
Trademark it.
Huh?
Got trademark it.
Well,
TM.
That's right.
bro, dollar signs.
Bro,
But I've always been saying that Kush is my cologne, and like to the point where I found myself taking long tokes inside of my shirt. Yeah, and just because I want to go to Burger King, and yeah, because I'll go there and I'll stink like just straight Kush, and everybody's just like, oh my gosh,
I'm like, where's that guy at? He's smoking.
But I mean, there was
smoking here?
There was a smell ordinance in Denver, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure was.
Like
A smell ordinance.
a smell ordinance. Like you
was
could
it
not-
just on pot smell?
It was just on pot smell.
Then you know
That
what?
guy's got some
I'm going there.
Weird laws.
Kush is my
Just-
cologne. I'm bathing in some Kush smoke.
I'll be there with you.
Hey,
We get the hot box out of van.
because if I have to regulate how much I smell like weed,
Yeah.
then you got to regulate how much cologne you're wearing.
For real.
If you're wearing your gold chain underneath your chest hair,
Oh,
okay?
don't you go there. Don't you go there.
I'm not saying any particular nationality.
I'm
Hey,
just
hey,
don't you
listen
go
here,
there.
Paisan, huh?
Uh,
Buddy. Hey, buddy.
there's a lot.
Hey, buddy, Buddy, don't do that.
Okay, but there's a lot of cologne sometimes when I walk into some
Yeah.
establishments, and you know it burns my nostrils too.
It's offensive.
It's offensive, yes.
Okay, so like someone that doesn't maybe per se, and I'm not pointing out any nationality or anything, that just chooses not to wear deodorant. Is that, I mean, I consider
That's
that
what
offensive.
Exactly, and I'm saying like if you're gonna do that for the weed smoke, you need to do it for everybody.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
So if you
Absolutely.
come in
So
by
whether
clubs,
it's your body odor, if you're from Greece,
yeah,
you know, I say this from experience because I have
That
friends that have come from Greece, and we've had to teach them like, hey, dude, we
Here in
understand
America.
that there, when in Rome,
right.
you know, but now you're in America, and you know
Cut that
you
out.
plan on being here for a while, so you know let's tone that down.
Let's get you some
You don't have to
friends.
you don't have to wear deodorant per se, but
You don't have to control that
we're gonna have to control the body odor.
because it's
Right.
loud.
Super loud.
Just the wrong
like
kind.
you just woke up out of a triathlon type loud.
Right.
Like 3 days ago though. That's like whoa.
He's been just soaking in it.
So tell me what happened at the
Right.
story.
So, couple.
Oh, that was a mean old tangent, huh?
Yeah, for real. So a couple weeks
Thanks,
ago,
Jess.
I got hurt, and I have this really nasty gash on my stomach right now, and I don't know.
Did we ever talk about how you got?
We mentioned it, but never.
We went off on a
Yeah,
tangent.
we tangent an entire show last Friday. So sorry about that.
So real quick, let's
Let's
get some,
rewind a little
yeah.
bit. I'm gonna give you the full-fledged story. So I am driving. If you're familiar with the city of Colorado Springs, over by Garden of Gods and Constitution or Centennial, sorry.
Yeah.
And I see this dude, full-fledged, hand over head, beating his dog, pulling his dog in on a leash. So I go to chase him down because I love dogs. I would not stand for that. Like, dogs don't have a voice. So if you're gonna beat your dog, I'm gonna beat you. Or at least
Okay.
try to.
Yeah.
Right? So I go to chase him down and I jump over a guardrail, and by jump over I mean not really making it all the way. And I caught myself on one of those posts that are standing up and down, and I got a really, really bad cut. So much so that I could see my abdominal wall through fat. I'm a big guy, so. But if I didn't have that fat there, it would have been so much worse.
Was there a reason why they made that movie White Man Can't Jump?
Oh.
It-
Hey, buddy.
I just got
Was that below the belt? Was that below the belt?
So I fall over this and I still look for the guy. The guy gets away because I can't really run because I feel like something's wrong. So I look down, I got this big gut, like I got my fat hanging out of me. I'm like, this is not good.
Oh,
Yes.
Right. So I see fatty tissue, this big gash. It's like 4 inches wide, 2 inches, 4 inches across, 2 inches up and down.
You know what? I'm gonna tell everybody you just got shot, man, because that's how.
I just
you
felt
sound
like
like some gangsters, you know.
I was just going to start telling people a homeless man stabbed me. That's what I was going to start telling people.
Okay.
Battle scars
Right.
right here.
So I am a disabled vet. I was in the military for 5 years. I have a 30% disability, so I get medical care whenever I need it. The only problem is we just built a brand new hospital for the VA here in Colorado Springs off of Fillmore.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right. I can't go there.
Why?
Because I have never registered there before. I have to actually walk into the building and say, I want a new primary caregiver here. It takes 2 months.
Wow.
I have an emergency. They won't see me. They said, you have to go to the Denver ER.
Wait. So you're telling me that you served your country and they're refusing you healthcare service?
That they gave me. Like, they're giving me health care because I'm a 30% disabled vet. They told me I have to go to Denver to be seen, an hour north, to be seen for something that's an emergency right now.
Like, you couldn't go to like one of the local hospitals here.
I could have paid out the nose for it.
I see.
And I wasn't, like, I've had deep cuts before.
Yeah.
And I know the signs to look for, but like at that moment, I was like, I need to go get stitched
Make
up.
sure there's nothing else wrong.
Yeah, and over the weekend, it's a nightmare to call them. I called them 4 times to be like, hey, I don't have a primary caregiver. What do I need to do to get a primary caregiver? They're like, oh, you just call these people. And then I'm like, all right, well, I called them. They're like, oh, you need to call these people. And I'm like, all right. So I called them. They're like, no, you need to go down in person and talk to them in the hospital. And I'm like, so I can't be seen unless I go to Denver. And the answer was, no, you have to go to Denver. So
bullshit.
That is complete bullshit, and that's what I've been dealing with over the last week. Because I don't know how to be careful with myself.
But I guess here's my concern, and I'm just gonna give my 2-cent rant on my little soapbox.
Go for it.
If you served our country, and thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you,
ma'am.
There is no reason why I never could understand the word homeless veteran. I never could understand that, because if you served,
I was homeless for a little while too.
You should have a place to stay. I don't understand that. I don't understand why our government is allowed to treat you that way when you're a part of our system.
So here's what the government does. Do you know anybody that's ever been discharged from the military?
Yeah, I know a couple now.
So what benefits do they have?
Hardly any.
None.
Not even a job.
Right.
Like,
they just, when you're done, you're done. They don't help you transition.
Pat you on the booty like worse than
my brother.
Right. The thing is like there are some programs out there, but nobody knows about them.
No.
I learned about all these programs that the military has after I left. And that was a big problem with me, because there's nobody there going, hey, did you know that you could learn about your finances? Hey, did you know that you could learn about this, this, and this before you leave the military?
Like, all of this land here, like, why can't they just erect a building and put every veteran in there?
It should be, common knowledge, but it's just not.
It's sad because, and well, here's the other thing though. The thing with the homeless vets, a lot of them just want to be homeless. So there's a give and a take. Some people who are homeless just want to be homeless because that's what they feel like they need to do. I don't know why, but that's what they choose. A lot of the vets that are still around downtown that live in Memorial Park usually have substance abuse problems.
Well, yeah, because we've taken you at a tender age, molded you,
beat the snot out of you,
beat the snot out of you, scarred you, psychologically damaged you, then threw you with a gun and said, here, protect our country and flag, and then released you from chemical warfare, from all the How many people have seen either a close friend of them, someone you met and became buddies with, get their head cut off? Or you were forced to cut someone's head off?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's your job. So like now that you're jacked up here,
not even on that extreme of a level. How many of you have friends that have shot somebody?
Right.
I mean, I have friends that have shot somebody, but
you weren't there.
Right.
You weren't there.
How many of you have watched your friend shoot somebody else in the face?
Right. Dragging
I'm from the case, so
like dragging someone that's been half, blown up. Your friends and buddies they're not whole again. They're missing arms and limbs, but you're supposed to deal with that here in your mind.
Right.
You're fine, but in your mind, you are.
Absolutely. Who's to say?
So now it's like, go get a job and maintain some normalcy. But
absolutely.
For all those years you were in, you had a barrack to stay in. Am I correct?
For a while, yeah, absolutely. Like when I was living in the military, I had everything given to me, and it was. And the problem with that is you don't learn responsibility. And at 18 years old, you're fresh out of high school. You've never had rent. You've never had responsibility. You need people to help you figure this stuff out.
Look, and now all of a sudden you get a check.
You just get a check.
And $20,000 at a time too.
Yeah.
My friend. That was just a bonus.
Paycheck, So yeah.
My friend came back from his second tour in Iraq, and he got a re-enlistment check, $20,000 with the United States Marine Corps, and it wasn't taxed, and he blew the whole thing in a weekend.
I can believe it.
Got a new car, maybe?
No.
Just
Wow. No.
But that's the thing, though.
Nothing to show for it except for a really good time and a lot of receipts.
Yeah.
And they don't teach you any of that. Like, there are financial classes that usually you don't learn about until you're already in financial dire straits. And then you're trying to rebuild your credit, and by that time, you're already way far behind. And I hate to say it, but that kind of is why a lot of these vets end up homeless when they leave, is because they have so much debt they can't climb out of.
So I can imagine that the homeless vet percentage is about higher than the enlisted when it comes down to finance.
I don't know those statistics, and I think, Colorado Springs has a really different dynamic because I happen to live downtown next to the park where all the homeless live. Right. It's a very nice apartment. I play at the nose for it, but the thing is, I see a lot of young kids coming out, and they're usually coming out for trimming jobs or trying to get into the industry somehow, and they end up homeless because a trim job does not pay. You got 1-2 days of work, you're making a good, decent wage while you got those 1-2 days of work, but
yeah,
you ain't got nothing else after that. So I see a lot of young kids now that are starting to crop up. So I really don't know the demographic. Is it homeless vet? Is it? But there's been also a lot of cop activities.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that's the whole VA thing that I've been dealing with personally, and I've been hearing these horror stories of other people, and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that. And I have to deal with it. Well, the thing is, I used to work for a very large computer company, who I will keep nameless, who gave me very, very good health benefits for very, very cheap. And so I chose to use those over my VA benefits. So poop on me for not doing the right thing. But, at the same time, I should be able to walk into that hospital up there.
I would say that at the time you were doing the right thing. You had a resource available to
Absolutely.
you, that you didn't need to use a resource that other people may have needed. That's a little bit more. That was a little bit. That's a few more dollars that they could spend on another disabled vet.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We're gonna take a break, and when we get back, we're gonna talk about some more things. I forgot what else we were gonna talk about. But Ginkgo biloba is the topic of our morning. The Wake and Bake Show right here on K-High. Let's Talk Pod.com. Keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Already.
Oh, you want your mic on?
No, you turn it off. I was coughing.
Oh.
There.
Whatever you need the mic.
Yeah.
This is called mystery.
And even when you taste it, you blow it out. I smell it.
It smells sweet. Maybe none of them want to go to the club.
I need mine medicated.
You can add in THC oil into those, like a mix, but still keeps that flavor to keep the medication too. A lot of times, my friend would use those. You take like half the grain of wax, drop it in there, and let it dissolve. And then it
Will that work?
he said it did. But then again, my friend, I think he heated it up too. And then with glycerin, it won't resolve.
Yeah, because I got some reclaiming in my lawns that I could mix. I just don't want to gum up my coils and stuff.
You're gonna gum up the coils bad.
Make them all bad.
I gotta get a new coil for mine. I have one that's like this. And that's
But at the same time, that's what it does to this, and it doesn't really do that.
So you want to do some news?
Yeah, we can.
Because a Hollywood stuntman claims that cannabis oil kids cured his stage 4 cancer.
There's a lot of people, you remember Susan, right?
Yeah.
She's cancer free now.
I used to call them angel tears. Yeah, tinctures. Because I never knew what a tincture was until about a year ago. So I was making them, and I used to call them angel tears.
Back in 60.
Back in 60.
See, I definitely have everything. My thing is I like caviar, real caviar. I'm trying to figure out how they make that Ruts, moon ruts.
Oh, the super heavy.
Yeah, because it looked like they don't dry it out at all. You see what I'm saying? But it's still smokable. I guess like Snoop Dogg hits it, it never dry. Like it never stops.
You know where to get any of it?
Blue Ruts out here,
I've never seen it here.
You don't have to take that trip down there to go do it.
See, like, I just wish I had like a network in the entertainment industry because fucking.
Stickers,
I know where Snoop Dogg lives. Like, I could go to his house, but it's like that's
since 1978 with
I've
6
been to
locations in
his house
Colorado Springs
before.
and
I've
one
been
level
inside his
at
house with him,
theindependent.com.
but we're not homies like that. I know, like, a lot of people have done.
This is KI. We don't have mean tacos talking about Obama. We talk about
It's gotta show like that on YouTube.
See, I
So you can like,
Yeah, he's had his own.
out of the
Much love. Being out of the loop. Are we gonna sing this one? Doom. Doom. Welcome back. This is K-High.
You know what? I'm tripping. I still can't believe that man.
He redid the song.
He redid the song, but I still can't believe how he was acting on stage, though.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about that the other day.
I think I missed this. What
Let's talkpod.com. That's how you can stream us live. Check out our YouTube feed at youtube.com. You can search K-High, subscribe to the page. You'll know which one it is. It's got K-High.
It's got our banner.
Yeah.
Kind of see right here.
Yeah, 719-591-KUSH. That's the number to get a hold of us here in the studio. 719-591-5874. I won't say it this time.
For our illiterates.
He said it, not me. Are you sighing because you know an illiterate?
I'm signed because
R. Kelly was illiterate. Everybody knows one now.
It still doesn't justify.
But everybody knows an illiterate now.
Wait, you said R. Kelly?
R. Kelly.
So you trying to get me choked out by my auntie?
See, I was gonna say Floyd Mayweather, but I'm gonna let it go. Now,
Is he really?
yes, he.
I didn't know that. No, I really didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think he.
And then getting hit in the head
I mean,
doesn't help.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I think even Mike Tyson knew how to read.
barely.
You can sound down. You can sound down.
I'm gonna pull up a YouTube of Mike Tyson where he told after one of his boxing matches where he said he broke his back. No,
I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna
That's hilarious. He says he broke his back.
Yeah.
My back is
When you
broken.
find it, let me know.
Okay.
Because we got to tell the man behind the glass
Yeah.
where to get it so that he could play it through the
No
airwaves. Before we took a break, we were talking about the Cannabeers experience, being a veteran. Unfortunate that he has to go all the way to Denver for treatment to take advantage of his benefits that he fought ever so hard for and fought for our country and earned these benefits. So, sorry to hear that, brother.
You know, it's another day.
Right?
I mean, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Hey, absolutely. And taking one to the gut, taking one to the gut for a dog.
Man.
For something that doesn't have a voice. I mean, call me an activist, call me whatever you will, call me stupid even. I can't stand there and watch somebody. Like, I wouldn't stand there and watch a woman getting beaten by a dude either.
So,
You know what I mean?
that might as well be like, yo, Osama bin Laden in your American life.
Yep. And like, there was nothing that was going to stop me. Even that, like, I still went after the dude, even though I had this giant cut in me. You know, so there was nothing that was going to stop me from getting that dog out of his possession. Unfortunately, I couldn't. You got to wait.
They should have been trying to find you when they was all on Michael Vick did, man.
They should have.
So
I've actually rescued a few of those dogs.
Over the weekend, the Cannabeard and I were sending each other some text messages.
Some fun ones too.
Yeah, because I got from eBay a power supply for my laptop because I haven't turned my laptop on for like 3 weeks or a month or something like that because I think I left the power supply here.
Oh boy.
But
it kind of disappeared.
It kind of grew some legs from wherever I left it. I can't confirm nor deny that I left it here. I could have left it in a car or at a friend's house. My kids could have gotten a hold of it, and who knows where they stash shit. So, nonetheless, I couldn't find it for like a month, so I just ordered one off eBay. Also, I found a computer at a house that I was looking to buy, and the realtor was like, well, we haven't cleaned it out yet. And I saw this computer, and I was like, oh, is anybody claiming that? And she's like, no, take it.
No,
so
here,
I took
yours.
it. Yeah.
I would
Hell
yeah.
Right.
It's an HP EliteBook, and yeah, it originally came with Windows Vista. I flipped it over, has been upgraded to Windows 7.
Right.
You good enough for me. I don't even like Windows 8.
Nobody does really.
I don't know like too many people that do. So yeah, I took it, and the power supply fits this computer and that computer.
Right.
Score.
Win.
Yeah. So I turned this old computer that I have, my original laptop on. I turned it on, and I haven't turned it on in 3 weeks or a month or whatever. And the first thing that pops up is this YouTube video that I was watching, and it was how to weave a blunt.
Yes, and I was actually very excited about the fact that you found that.
Yeah, and I was noticing here that you were twisting up a bleezy.
Yes, sir.
Man, now this is I haven't been in the blunt game for a minute.
Ever since I quit smoking cigarettes, I haven't touched one.
Man. Now, when I was smoking blunts, it was always Swishers or Optimos for me. And then when I got to
Dutch Masters.
I prefer White Owl.
Let me just clear this right now. See, Colorado is being seen with some Swishers. Now, if I can't just find some Garcia Vegas Dutch Masters, I gotta go there. But I cannot stand Swisher. But I like.
You can't stand a Swisher? See, I'm from California though. Swishers are a West Coast staple.
Yeah.
It's quick and easy. A Dutch Master is a lot of work.
Hey man, I got Paul Bunyan hands, dog. I got to cut that wood down and make it a wood crab. You know what I mean?
But you know, Swisher Sweet Optimo, it's real simple. Click, click, click.
Right.
Dust, dust, dust. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Twist, twist, twist. A whole bunch of spit and you're done.
Right.
And to me, I haven't rolled one in a while. Haven't been in the Swisher game for a minute. This is a Swisher Sweet Black.
Sir, black everything.
Black everything.
Black every day.
The last time I was in the Swisher game, the grape Swishers had just came out. Just to give you an idea how long.
Man.
My last time I got one, I got mango.
So is this supposed to be like?
It was weird.
Like a no flavor, but just like premium tobacco flavor.
It's like the Swisher Black is to me is like black coffee, just a little bit of something sweet, not too much where you still get straight strong black coffee, just a little something sweet, you know, just a different flavor. It's like something for grandpa, you know.
You gotta acquire the table. Right. You got kids, you get the strawberry, the peach. You know, and for me and you, that was back in the day when we had to deal with that stress weed, that sticks and seeds. And it didn't taste very good, so you would roll up.
Right, when it took you 15 minutes to roll up, picking out style, man. Hey, shout out to whoever started coming out with that Kush game, because, yeah, y'all definitely saved me the arthritis and all that, you know what I mean?
Well, I think the market for flooding is really what I call it, because it was a matter of price to get the Kush. When I was in high school, it was like $30 a gram for some orange Kush or some purple Kush. And then $5 will get you like 3.5 grams of some stress weed, some of that brick. And you can roll 3-4 blunts that, where you know a gram of the Kush, that's one blunt.
Right.
2 blunts if you shake it out.
That's before the days of connoisseurship too, because we didn't have, a place where we walk in and be like, so you've got what strains, you know?
I'd like your top shelf, please.
Right. You could be like, all right, I want stress weed or I want the Kush.
Exactly, and there was a big difference in the price. So,
So
can I smoke some of that?
Oh, okay. I mean, I'd be offended if you didn't, man. Come on, I put some chocolate in it. You know what I mean?
Chocolate. What else?
I mean, right now that's what I'm rocking with. Usually, I like, with me, I like Kushes. I'm like, I like Coleon Kush. You know, I met the original Bubba Kush creator, Matt Berger. Shout out to you. Oh yeah, I mean, I used to be in the dispensary field, man. I go way back.
Do you still got his number?
Yeah, but it changed up. You know, what I mean, some things happened with Rocky Mountain High. Shout out to them. Some things happened, and we just all went our own ways. You know what I mean? So
So there,
I wouldn't mind
Jazzy
talking to
showed
that
me
guy.
this really awesome woven blunt. It is literally woven. It's got 2 different colors of
24 karat gold.
No.
No?
No, I think it's just regular paper.
It looks like 2 different color of paper.
It looks like you smoking out of ostrich skin or something. Cause
Well, and see, these are custom. Like you can actually have your name woven in them, and when they smoke down, they actually smoke down in that pattern. It's kind of cool. If they're made out of hemp, both of them, just light and dark hemp paper.
I'm about to get me one.
So it's like the
I'm
raw
about to blow your
paper.
mind right now.
It's like the raw
Gotcha.
paper.
Man.
Yeah. So what we were thinking, Bubba and I, we were thinking, if you are into or do blunt weaving, we want to see your work.
Well, I was thinking I've never tried it, so why don't we have like
somebody who does it come on down?
Make a little class out of it or something.
There we
You know
go.
what I mean?
There we go. Like
And we can have
art
our,
class.
yeah, we can have ourselves a little competition at that. Have you ever woven a blunt?
No.
Have you ever
No.
woven a blunt? I'm gonna go out on the limb and say no.
I'll tell you right now, I don't roll much of anything at all.
Oh yeah, you probably.
So it's fair to say that this is going to be an even playing field. This since we
Well,
all
Whoever else comes out, you know, we're the amateurs. We're looking for the
we gotta
professionals.
we gotta find somebody to sponsor the weed.
And sponsor the woven paper because it already
Okay.
comes woven. You just roll it.
No, there's a tutorial that.
No, I'm talking about what I pulled up here.
Oh yeah, those
We're
are
not-
custom made. You can order those.
Yeah.
Right. We were thinking. So I follow some people on Master Roots who are really good at not only just blunt weaving, but art designs. Like I saw this guy make a turtle. Like he made a turtle out of papers and shit.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
So there's tutorials on how to do it online. So if you're into this and you are doing this, I'd like to see it.
I don't know about that, man. See, I'm a big guy, so I know I'm going to sit there and concentrate hard on keeping the paper like moist and all that. So I might start sweating and all that stuff.
See, I don't think you have to do all that to keep it moist. They're using like the wraps. They're not using swishers or anything like
Okay.
that. So those papers come super wet.
Right. Okay.
And you just unroll it off of the straw, take a couple of razors, and make some strips out of it. I think we can do this.
I think we can.
I don't even think we need somebody to come here and teach us.
Right.
We got YouTube.
Right. You're right. I don't know though, because I got to put my name in mine, man. I'm gonna be like Snoop Dogg on stage, man. And, you know what I mean?
I can't find the website, but there was a website where they have blunts woven with 24 karat gold papers.
I've seen those.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
It's $25 a wrap.
We're doing
Just for the wrap.
Just for the wrap.
That's ridiculous.
We haven't gotten
That is ridiculous.
And where is this at again?
It's online.
It's online.
Wow. They must be based out of like New York, Cali, or something.
Like,
No, I think it's out of
if you blow
Colorado.
your money on the wrap. How much do you have left for the weed?
See, and that's where it's like I would do it as like a birthday party thing, like
That's
like
my
you know
birthday,
if it's the Cannabeard's birthday, I'll buy the wrap. You bring some weed. You bring some wax. We'll make it a really fat, Jeffrey type of a blunt,
Right.
and we'll all get high.
There we go.
That's what I see coming from a $25 blunt wrap.
Hell yeah.
Not somebody saying, yeah, man, I'm just, this is how I smoke every day. Just roll me up some gold blunts.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's people out there like that.
I'm sure, but I wouldn't know.
I mean, I'm like that sometimes.
If Wiz Khalifa smoked blunts, he wouldn't even do that though.
I don't think so.
Right.
Maybe.
Snoop Dogg don't even do that. He smokes. That's what he smokes is blunts.
I mean, it just depends. You know what I mean? It has to be that that monumental occasion. You know what I mean? Or somebody just like, hey, bro, let's smoke. You know what I mean? And I've yet on tour. I've been all over the West Coast. I've yet to see something weed. You know what I mean? As many people that come up right after I'm done with my set, I don't never see it. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to change the game like that. So yeah, y'all let me know when we put this little workshop together. You know what I mean? And yeah.
Well, you got some weed?
All day, man. Colorado, no, man.
Okay. Well, then let's do it tomorrow.
We can do it tomorrow.
I'm down.
All right. I'm gonna find some blunt wraps in today. I mean, how many blunt wraps do we think we need? What, like $5 will cover it, right?
That's a lot.
I mean, whatever works. We'll put some heads together and come up with something. You know what I mean? Definitely. This is interesting watching this. Y'all should see this right now. Shout out to Bud Lover on YouTube, you know what I mean, who's giving me a nice tutorial. You make it look so easy, man.
He really is making it look really easy.
That's part two.
That's part two.
Okay.
So part one is getting all cut up and getting all situated.
Yeah, part one is getting your blunt wraps, cutting the strips.
Right.
And then the second blunt wrap, you basically just cut the lines and you don't
Right,
cut
right.
strips into it.
Right.
And then this one is, I don't know, I haven't watched it. So you guys are watching it before I
Like
have.
right now, it just looks like a Bud flag. You know what I mean? For like NASCAR or something.
Looks
Like
like a
that.
checkered flag.
For real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that's one project that I'm excited to try here.
I have a blunt tip. I have a glass tip.
I seen those, matter of fact. Those are nice.
It's just random.
It's like it's basically
Right? That is where I am random.
you know how they do like the wood tips now for the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, but
I have a reusable glass tip. Yeah, from Roar.
It's real nice, man. It's smooth. It's like a
And it's got
No
an
two
ash
lions
catch in
have
it.
the same pattern of whiskers.
Thank you for random fact.
So is R. Kelly.
So
I just had to be in there. I felt like I wasn't a part of anything.
R.
for a
Kelly doesn't
second.
have whiskers though.
Yeah, he does. Oh well, no. Well, you know what? I don't know.
the man makes baby making music. So they don't
Yeah.
know what he does.
Weaving blunts.
We're off topic already.
Ginkgo.
So I really
For y'all motherfuckers.
he's flipping the tables on us. I think we can do it. I think we can weave blunt.
Can we do it as soon as tomorrow?
Man, we could do it today. But why wait? Like
No,
Snickers,
because we only have like 20 minutes.
20 minutes left in the show.
We don't have enough blunt wraps.
And we don't have any.
If that's all we got.
Well, then.
Yeah, no.
Did you even bring enough weed?
sad day.
Is that your Escalade out there?
I wish.
Right.
I'm Paul Pippin, like twisting them, man. Like,
Walk here.
Right? Speaking of Poe Pimpin', I think I'm gonna. Should we call? I want to buy a car.
Me too.
I'm gonna buy a car. Talk about random.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's just random, you know.
So back to blunt weaving.
right.
We're done with that now. There you go. In that.
Keep some heads ringing.
30.
I don't know what that was all about, but when we take it, we're gonna take a break, and when we get back, I'm contemplating if I want to call this dealership and see about this car that they got that I like, or if we should talk about some more projects, or maybe we'll do both. I don't know.
Well, we still got to talk about the Topsy Turvy. I want to see if that 15 something.
Well, we'll talk about it. We'll be right back. K-Hi, letstalkpod.com.
So get up, get a move on, and get your groove on. It's the DRE, the spectacular, in a party, I know for your next, so
Called her Blackula. What about that line?
No, the best line ever. You know, Lisa out front. She was saying something. She was like, "Look, I'm just a black sheep." And every time I hear anything about black sheep, I think of Dave Chappelle. That's right. I'm a real black sheep. He's got the hooves and everything stomping around.
That's hilarious.
No. They probably. I don't have enough money for all that.
Not like that.
I'm sorry, this mailbox has not yet been set up by the subscriber.
I mean, we do this advertising all the time.
I know, but is he gonna sell me a car for $1,200? A good running car for $1,200?
You might know something like that. If you can get on the lot, I tried going out there. I'm like, oh Jesus, you need a car for $1,200. You just need it to go from A to B.
Pretty much. Like,
Do you care if it's got? Do you care if it's got dents?
No.
My neighbor's selling one. She's selling a LeSabre.
And I got a homeboy
And it's
too,
1,000.
who will help hook up them dents for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I
I know
saw
for a
a
fact
little
that
Honda
he's a
Civic.
I know for a fact it needs a tune-up, but it's a LeSabre, 96, 149,000 miles.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to get something for right now.
And then, but it's something to get you from A to B. Like if you want to get collateral, buy that and then use that to trade in.
To that Civic you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this Civic is $1,200. It's just a little 91 4-door, 5-speed.
Okay.
Perfect for me.
Shoot out.
He wants $1,200 for it.
Good
So
trade. Saturday.
yeah, I was gonna call him on air just to like, you know,
I might have to trade in my Jordans.
right? just to sweeten it up so that, you know, hey, I was
I might-
talking to you on the radio. I gave you some free promotion.
I might-
Can I
I
get
might have to get a little What you doing?
Okay, hi.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Oh, not too much. Who's this?
This is Brandon. This is Blues from the other day.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Got a question about the people that were on earlier. That artist, he's going to Iowa.
Colorado, no? Yeah, he's still here with us.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm all right, man.
Yes, sir.
I was trying to figure out where in Iowa he's going.
I believe it's Humbug. I can't remember the name of the
Humbug?
Humbug or Humberg, Iowa.
Hamburg, I know.
Hamburg. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna be up there with Black Widow and him. It's supposed to be off of 1000 Main Street, I believe.
Okay, all right. I'll let him know. Yeah, he's in Waterloo.
All right, man. We'll see you there.
Brandon.
How much weed talk could we talk if we talk weed talk good? Find out on K-High, the Weed Talk Station.
What?
Excellent.
Push it.
I know Jazzy loves this.
Wow.
song. I get a picture of Jazzy just like
Jazzy was actually like,
doing her
she's like, I
makeup.
got all the words right now. Let's do it.
Okay, so Jazzy, when this song hit the streets, what were you doing?
Practicing in my best friend's driveway, trying to do the dance move just like Salt and Pepper. Trying to be the
I didn't
exact same
spin the
thing.
bell in the back. Just
I mean, because we thought we was fresh, spandex and the leather jackets. Look, when you said that back in the 90s, it wasn't ratchet. If you say it now,
it's ratchet as hell.
What do you say?
You are ratchet as hell.
I was happy when I saw that Salt and Pepper did a commercial.
The Geico commercial?
The Geico commercial.
I haven't seen that one.
I'm pushing it real good.
Flo is hilarious, though.
She is. Flo is hilarious.
She's progressive.
She is progressive.
You want to know a random fact about that song? I was born the same year it came out. Babe.
Really? Because I thought she was older than me.
I thought she was
older than me. I was
We're
like,
pushing it right now.
this
And
guy's
we're
like 35 years old.
Right.
This guy's he's about to be 40.
Old rapper and stuff.
He's over here talking about black, Swisher Sweet Black. It's for the old folks.
And I'm a baby smoker.
This guy.
This guy.
So now I got to ask you some questions, youngster.
There we go.
Youngster, how old are you?
30.
I'll be 29 next month.
I'm part of the club.
How old are you?
30.
We're over the hill now.
No one's the baby always.
Yeah, but let's see. So you say you got baby lungs.
Not really. No.
Oh.
But when it comes to the pen and all that.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to that ganja.
It's a little heavier, denser smoke, I think.
I think it's just a different type of smoke.
Yeah.
Because even me, like, I still cough on it. And when I very first tried it, I was like,
like a smoker.
Yeah. I don't even smoke cigarettes, and I just like doing this.
It tastes good.
It does.
I mean, that's the problem. When I was smoking, I was trying to quit with one of those. I smoked more on that than I ever did smoking a damn cigarette.
But it doesn't hurt you, though. Right. At least,
no, I had the nicotine
so we don't
in
know.
it. Yeah, I had the nicotine in there, and I don't know what that was doing. So I was done with it. I just
Did
I
you
quit
know
cold
that your
turkey.
body already produces nicotine?
Yeah, but I quit cold turkey, so
did I.
It was hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Hardest thing I ever did in my life. I'm not kidding about that. Like quitting smoking. It was the 4th time I tried.
Okay.
So they say it gets harder every time, but I guess yeah, it does.
It wasn't hard for me, but
we try to say.
Random.
that was pretty random. What were we talking about before we took a break?
We were talking about our Woven Blunt project.
Yeah.
And then we were going to ask Colorado Nelson more questions. And then give a shout out to Brandon. Ginkgo
She's
biloba.
took her ginkgo
You're
this
going to
morning.
learn today.
You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today.
We gotta get you learned it.
So you're about to be.
You know what? You only forgot the mics once today. So that's a big issue.
We're about to be the spokes crew for
Ginkgo biloba, for real.
Like whoever's manufacturing Ginkgo biloba tough right now needs to hit us up.
For real.
Do you use it?
Absolutely.
Every day?
Every day.
Okay.
Just
is that really something that it does? Is it helps the short term? Because
It's
my
one of the
short
side
term
effects.
is fucked.
It's one of the effects, of course.
You know what?
Consuming.
Speaking of tangents, we'll talk about our projects later because you guys were talking about the special that was on CBS.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We have a limited amount of time.
I know we have a amount of time. We're almost over.
I talked about one of the side effects being short-term memory loss, hence the fact that we never got to this. And now we're talking about it again. And now I'm having a short-term brain fart right now.
CBS.
How did you guys feel about it?
Oh, CBS.
When I looked at it, I didn't like the headlines at first. You know what I mean? Because
what were the headlines? I don't think I've ever seen.
It was like
video
just
this
straight,
morning.
like it was just like just straight pot talk. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, can we lighten that up just a little bit? You know what I mean?
Let me see if I still have it.
It was a nice teaser. That's what I would say. It was a nice
Yeah,
teaser.
it was.
because
I mean,
you know
that's the media's job is to
Right.
kind of rope you in with stuff like that. Or I think the computer does.
Right, but when I watched it, you know, it was definitely a lot of it. You know what I mean?
I think it said something like Colorado has is pot talk all the time.
Right.
I think is what it is. Right. But if you go into the video, so before you did you watch the video?
Yeah.
Tune into K-High for pot talk all day, all night.
Is that a different story?
That's the CBS story I pulled up from May 21st.
That's the one.
Yep.
But they go on to talk about, you know, stuff, and then they interview me, and it was actually a long, drawn out question that he had asked me. The media chops stuff up, as you probably know. It was a long question, and it required a long answer, and I was in the middle of my long-winded answer, and I had a brain fart, and I asked him, I was like, "Can you repeat the question?" Short-term memory loss is a side effect. I knew they were going to use that, but I wish that they would have used, a little bit more of the interview or different parts of the interview before they had cut to that.
Right.
Because I think it kind of made me look like a dumbass, but at the same time, I don't give two shits.
Well, see, you kind of redeemed yourself back then because when he asked you if you were high now, you said it like a pimp house. I got a high level now. When I was like, yes.
There's absolutely no shame in my game. And I'm still not afraid with my face being on national TV.
Right.
And I'm still sharing this video, trying to make it viral around the world.
Right.
I'm still not afraid to walk into an AT&T establishment or a Sprint establishment or a T-Mobile. These are places that I've worked before, by the way.
Right.
An industry that I have a lot of experience in. I'm still not afraid to walk in there and apply for jobs.
Right.
Even if they call me out in the interview, didn't you say that you smoke weed all the time? Yes. And yes, I do.
Silence.
If that means that I can't work for you, oh well.
Right.
You know, I'm going to call it discrimination right now. Not that I can do anything about it, but, you know, once I can do something about it, I'll revisit it. But, you know, for now, I'm just going to call it discrimination, and I'll move on to the next.
Right, right.
I don't let it affect me, the fact that I smoke weed and the fact that everybody else around the world knows that I smoke weed.
Right.
Hence, Kush is my cologne.
That's why we do what we do.
Well, I mean, on the story it says that William says that you promote yourself as a functional stoner, and while pot is hot, there may be a few drawbacks even for him.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm
Yeah, and I do consider it a drawback because I think it takes away from the show. Nobody likes to hear me have a brain fart.
I think
especially when I'm talking about something interesting.
Absolutely.
I'm ever talking
and I
about
know that
something.
we've both had brain farts in the middle of conversations, and
We go off on tangents.
Heck yeah.
Right.
I mean, that happens anyway.
But I mean,
you could be doing that
It's-
anyway. I don't think that you have to blame that on the cannabis.
when I watched the video this morning, it kind of felt like they couldn't find a way to make it sound bad.
No, they couldn't.
Yeah.
So,
Because even though you know they tried,
oh, of course,
but they just couldn't. And you know, I say thanks to me because
Oh, definitely. I mean, there was
The PR project
about that.
well, yeah, and I think it's very important that I called out not just people that are for, but people that are against as well, because it's a double-edged sword.
Right.
of course,
You know,
absolutely. I want
there's
people
pros and cons to everything.
Right.
There's pros and cons to drinking water.
Right.
Absolutely. And I talk to people all the time who are naysayers or against the pot. And I actually broke up with a girl because my pot habits. We're still really good friends, and she understands why, but she just doesn't want to be a part of that lifestyle. Which I get that. Like, it's a different lifestyle. There's a different subculture to it.
I'm sorry. What's so different? Because I'm still fighting my grandmother to this day about my character. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. In my opinion, the different lifestyle is always an uphill battle for us, because I'm a highly functioning stoner. I hold a job that's a career. I go to work and I deal with people all day long. I talk on highly technical things.
Right.
I'm pretty much high every time I do it.
Right.
And I wouldn't be able to do it or concentrate enough to do it and be able to be cordial enough to some people, because I think that some of the people that I talk to on a daily basis are some of the most, unfortunately, ignorant people when it comes to certain things. Yeah. And everyone has a certain ignorance to them. Right. Even I do.
About something. Not everybody knows everything.
Of course. And that's without being able to use my medication in the morning. I probably would go off on some of these people, because some of the things that they say or do is just above and beyond. Just
you have a point to that. You have
So,
a very valid point.
And just working in any customer service field, I'm surprised that there's not more people that are open about, smoking weed. When I worked for T-Mobile and people would get on the phone with me, I'm a true believer of real recognizes real.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been on the phone with other stoners and they'll call me out, or I'll say something and they'll pick up on it and be like, "I hear you, brother."
Right. It's always that, you know what I mean? Like, even working with Airbnb, you know what I mean? They will always pick up on it.
You hear that, corporate America? We're thick.
Come on now.
We're thick.
And we're intelligent.
And we're already on the inside.
We're already there. We're already behind you.
My next project that I want to do, and this project is going to take some time. This isn't something that can happen overnight. I was at the ARC thrift store, and they had this thing there, a topsy-turvy.
Mm-hmm.
And the commercial says that you grow tomatoes out of it. But, if you can grow tomatoes out of it, you can grow weed out of it.
Okay.
I want to grow some upside-down weed.
I like you, man, because I was on the same thing
I know
yesterday.
someone that does.
You know somebody's been doing it already. Okay.
Well, I've spoken with Dust from the High Drive 5 with the Weed Pimps. Make sure you check them out. He said that he tried it, his own little makeshift type topsy-turvy, and he had little to no success with it. And he also told me that the marijuana plant is a plant that likes to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
It likes to defy gravity. So while you might be pointing it down, gravity won't make it grow down. And he said, even if you put the lights on the floor and grow it indoors with the lights on the floor, it's still going to curl up and around. So
that's kind of how I imagined it would happen.
I want to hypothesize this, and I don't think we have time to think of a good hypothesis right now, unless you can pull it out of your ass real quick. A proper hypothesis. I forgot how to make a hypothesis, so I'm going to have to Google that.
So the hypothesis that I have is that it's not really going to do much of anything. It's just a different way of growing.
That's not a hypothesis.
Yes, it is.
A hypothesis has a certain sentence structure to it.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about a real hypothesis from like we're doing a science project here, guys.
Right? It's an educational guess.
Yes. No, but we're going to do that. I'm going to.
Hypothesis is that I believe it. It will grow and curl. Really? You want to know that? Really?
No.
Okay.
But we're going to do a science project. We'll see. We'll talk about it more another day. K-Hi. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk pot.com.
I like the way you work it.
Yeah, no, I want to do a.
Thanks, guys.
So I just need some well-rooted clones. What's up, dude?
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, get out. Lost I know we usually track with it when we say lawyer. Now, if it's a cop, come in the window.
I'll go through it.
Right.
Won't even open it.
Right.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
What's up, Charles?
Good.
Glad to be back in Colorado.
No more KC. Oh,
My friend was in Kansas City Mo or Kansas City. Okay.
Kansas City Mo, Westport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was raining the whole freaking time that I was there.
Tornado
It was raining,
watch.
it was steaming freaking hot.
Do you like your phone right here?
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah. And you got to show He's not trained.
Yeah.
He needs to go to Bay City, Missouri, or Michigan.